We're gonna see me struggle. New game to me, new muscle memory lessons, new challenge. One run, then I'll put on Blue Man. Let me make sure that I know what to do first. Sorry. I was looking at the MIDI controller, pulling up the fucking... It's Gregorian chant. It's nuns singing Gregorian chant. My favorite genres are Baroque and Gregorian chant. New game, new game. I'm whining. Oh, by the way, I'm like almost in the mood for a straight up horror game kick. So if any of you have any horror games in mind, like I'm feeling it. I don't think it's because it's or Halloweeny. Halloweeny? Ooh. Okay. I'll put on Blue Man. Okay, why do I like this game so much before I do that? Because you can get two tapped. I like games that are quickly punishing. I like having quick time action dependent, like parry-centric games that kick my fucking ass. I love them. I want to die in 2 hits. I want to get my shit pushed in. I want to be told to suffer and cry. I love it when they do that. It's the best. And so when games don't do that, I tend to not play them. Like, I'm playing when we get back to Fallout 4, I'm playing it in survival for my first play, and it's so fucking frustrating to like have to start over and schlepp it for like literally 3 hours through the wasteland on fucking stream with a gun, and you can only save when you sleep in a bed. So it's like kind of tedious to like schlepp it for like 3 hours IRL time. I think my camera froze it a bit. Okay, there. And then like get to somewhere, and then you don't check one corner and you die, and you have to schlepp it 3 more fucking hours. It's fun, but I get bitchy about having to start over. Okay, Blue Man?
I know you're up there advocating for us.
Like, I'm just blown away that anyone ever wants harm to befall anyone. Like, that part just gets me. Like, 2 wrongs don't make a better. Like, if someone says something you think is harmful, that doesn't justify wishing harm or acknowledge or like excusing it. Like, does 2 fucked up things make 2 fucked up things? It doesn't make an equation. There's no equivalent exchange. Fucked up shit is fucked up shit. There's no real mincing words about it. That rhymes so well. Holy fuck, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Fuck! I'm good at this some days. God damn. I'm a fucking maven at this. I didn't even know I could be. Not at the game. I'm bad at gaming. I suck. But either way. I'm mostly just gonna be defensive. This man is, like, it's not hard to, like, work in attacks, but I'm kind of having fun, like, getting more and more used to this and just internalizing his motions. So, you know. Kill me. Starting over. Okay. Got it. We're gonna fucking win. So help me, Cthulhu. Anyways, as a non-partisan person who loves all the partisan people equally, and as a non-faithful person who loves all of the faiths equally, and has an interest in learning about, like, I don't know, I'm in the middle of being a fucking Taoism nerd after being a Shinto nerd. I'm about to go back into Bible study with a person just because I fucking want to, like, learn and fucking push my brain, and it's fun to do so. I don't have faith, I just like reading, and I like learning about other people's experiences and thoughts. And it gives me, it gives me something. What does it give me? A smile on my God damn it. I'm sorry if you were here yesterday and you're annoyed at this.
And honestly...
No, you pause. Sorry. Every time I say a big smile or someone says a big smile, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're gonna come back to this every time. Every fucking time. Wait, I need the whole one. No, I need this, but not the Grand Theft Auto one. God damn it. I know. It's such a weird song name. Fucking A. I'm gonna find the OG one, not even this one. It's, the lyrics are like, oh, you'll hear it. What, that's the wrong one again. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna bookmark this. There we go. It's already bookmarked? Okay. Why am I playing this? Because I'm an asshole, and every time someone says there's a smile, including myself, this is all I think of. And then you're stuck with me, you know? Yeah, I mean, openly like being happy about anyone's death, I find to be remarkably inappropriate. I don't care if it's a shrew. I don't care if it's a viri that has taken the lives of your loved ones. Like every one of us is so remarkably valuable just because we live. Like you do billions of dollars of genetic engineering in your body every day that can't be replicated or reproduced without billions of dollars of investment in a laboratory. Your life is precious to those in you around you. Whenever someone commits a crime so heinous as murder, we lose them. Their family is down a child. So again, don't forget, the person who attacks them, as much as we can admonish their actions, their family is still down a person they love too. Every time there's a person who attacks someone, I'm the first to scream. We're not going to be disrespectful to them or their family either, because now their family is missing a child. When someone takes a life, the person whose life was taken, their family loses them, and the legal system will take the life of and the livelihood of the aggressor away too. And so now there are two shattered families at a minimum every time. There's never an outcome where families aren't torn apart. And I'm pretty sure all of us know from at least imagining or stories or experiences or ourselves that hurts. And there's no excuse for it. And it happens sometimes. And it sucks. That's all there is to it. Anyways, I said smiling.
Okay, in all fairness, this song might get you a little bit pregnant.
I have to turn it up because this man uploaded this back in like the year 2. No, like not even 2000, the year 2.
Okay, in all fairness, this song might get you a little bit pregnant.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna fight this man. We're cranking it. Nope, we're doing it.
Okay, in all fairness, this song might get...
Oh, no, I'm gonna fight you first, brother. Hell the fuck nah, bro. 1 second. I'm gonna fight this man. I forgot that he does this to me. I'm gonna rip this to my computer and I'm gonna crack it up myself. I don't give a fuck anymore.
You a little bit pregnant.
Okay, levels are about appropriate.
Okay, in all fairness, this song might get you a little bit pregnant. Everybody looking at me like I got a problem. Cause I got this smile on my face. It's the biggest smile you've ever seen. You wanna know why I'm smiling this hard? I'm about to get some sex. Yes. And I deserve it right. I'm about to do my best. I be looking like, damn girl, you look pretty. You the finest chick up in your city. My cash right and your ass nice, and it's cool that you wanna ride with me.
Dead.
You bad, I'm ready to go try
dead.
that. I can hit this
can't.
to the rhythm of a hi-hat. Feel it from your leg, from your head to your leg. Like damn, do you think that we can try that? This the type of ride that you in for. Vibe to the tempo. Do it how we do it when I do it, make you bend slow. Hit it how I hit it, cause you really about to feel it. Cause the way I'm about to kill it, have you leaning on your big toe. Hold up, wait a minute, pose up. Let me get it, let me take a picture with your clothes all hanging different. This the type of shit that turn me on. From the rubbing when you moan, we can do it to the bone. Damn, I'm just too excited. I don't know what to expect. I used to be real quiet. At times I used to be stressed. But now I'm feeling real different. So you should take a good guess. So if you see me just smiling, and that's because I'm about to get some sex.
My friend would play this in her car whenever we went to go see her dude. And this has been stuck in my head for over 11 years. This song lives rent-free inside my head for 11 years. And this is from a broad who says that society is too oversexed, and it's still lived in my head rent fucking free for 11 fucking years. I can't stop laughing at it. It's been 11 years, y'all. Right? It just starts developing inside of you. And the worst part is the gestation of that song is only 7 minutes, so it's about to erupt like a xenomorph. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck getting xenomorphed. Have fun. All right, I'm not sorry. That shit goes so hard. I'm such a loser for it. But my friend would play it 11 years ago. We'd crank the bass. We'd go to hang out with her boyfriend, and we would just talk shit on him. We would roast this man constantly because she and I are assholes. I'm sure that's not a good thing to be, but I think it's funny, so I don't care. Anyways, Blue Man.
whatever you're doing is working, because we're actually really winning right now. Like, an unbelievable amount of winning. I don't even know what to say.
Oh, I, for whatever reason, do think Gregorian chant, especially since it was oftentimes done by the church, is kind of an okay pick for, like, Charlie Kirk content. I think, respectfully, it's a good pick. Like, I could never disrespect the dead, because I love dead people. Like, not in a weird way. Like, my whole family is fucking dead. I don't have a single person left anymore. And I miss them. And if anyone was cruel to them, I'd fucking cry. So, I don't fucking know. I just can't disrespect the dead of myself or anyone. I don't fucking know.
I thank God, first and foremost, for this incredible amount of winning. And I would secondly like to say rest in peace to a man that I know is enjoying this from another plane of existence. Because Donald Trump, President of the United States, and Executive Orange Man extraordinaire, made the following tweet. I am pleased to inform our many USA patriots that I am designating Antifa, a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster, as a major terrorist organization. I will also be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Why can't I?
This is what we call unimaginable levels of victory. Like, this is crazy. Like, I've been praying for this day for years. About time, bro. About time.
I misclicked twice. That's why I'm fucking stuck here. I'm also kind of aware to the people that have been wishing harm in public and being like all fucking like upsy-dorsy. I get that, but context will fall. Like, it's a context wagon, right? We're getting hit with it bit by bit. When you see the nice Amish man driving the context wagon, expect that it's going to be like a few horses and they're all going to just trample over your like now inflamed with like young Blaze's baby uterus. So the reason that might be getting pushed is because it's come up in conversation a great deal, but also it's that like the violence of I used to hang out at a place where they burnt down a police station, like not with people too terribly much, but like people I know had like justified it and been like, it's fine to do this, it's okay. And I'm like, no, we're gonna get martial law if this happens. And it was done under that auspice. It's that agent provocateurs say that they are something and they bring it down on people. And I get that the FBI's lead has in past said that it's an ideology, not a group, and it doesn't have the requisite structure. However, this isn't like the legislature saying it, it's the commander-in-chief, so it has weight, but like it's not even the person who can alone maintain. Maybe he can say it and set it for a moment, but he can't maintain the lineation, and the courts will weigh in too. So I'm not saying it makes it all fine and easy if you're scared or something, because it doesn't make it easy if you're scared. You'd probably be scared, and that's reasonable. But oh my gosh, my block key's not working consistently, and I end up holding my other weapon. Oh my gosh, that is so confusing. What have I done wrong? I'm just mashing all my keys in case, and I'm banging my controller once. Okay, cool beans. Not like that. Not like young Blaze does. So it's more about marshaling up those who have espoused harm under flags. People who have said that like their group is a group. There's a reason that I don't like saying I'm a member of anything or a thing, right? Mostly it's because when I was little, I'd scream like, I'm not gonna join a gang. When people would be like, do you wanna be in the church? No. Do you wanna be like at camp? No. Do you wanna go to fucking summer camp? No. Do you wanna go hang out with my friend group? No. Do you wanna be in this club? No. I would always rebut with, I don't wanna join a gang. Like, obnoxiously. I get that I'm obnoxious. I accept it. I love myself sometimes. I love myself while hating myself. It's fine. But like, it's when folks do espouse a value, like you have to remember that agent provocateurs oftentimes do detriment freedom movements. There are groups of vegan people, random vegan bitch here, right? There are people who have levied veganism as a means to conduct multinational terror. How so? They'll go to vegan outreach groups where people are trying to do like social like shit to help. And they'll tell them it's not working. Oh, it's not working. Woe is me. It's never going to be good enough. We have to stop it now, X and Y and Z. And the result of that is accelerationism, which results in direct harm. People like breaking roads, which when you consider if you're refusing to stop breaking roads and causing exponential harm and just logistical fuck ups for people, that does lean on using fear to coordinate people's actions. And again, I'm using veganism as a reference because like I'm dropping the partisan people for a minute and I'm talking about something that is most impactful to me because again, nonpartisan bitch here. Like, I vote split ballot most of the goddamn time, if not every goddamn time. There's like a little of every fucking flag under there. So like there's a little blue, little red, little green, little pirate party if you have, the point being, if you have qualified people and they're applying for a job, I'll hire them. But they have to be qualified and able to execute upon their espoused values in the role of which they're going. Like someone could say they want better roads, but if they're gonna go be the fucking like, you know, I don't know, chief of transportation, that doesn't really let them do it as much as municipal planning would. So I wouldn't maybe want that better roads person in the, you know, transportation department, but I would want them in the municipal place, right? And that's why it's easy for me to be a split ballot person. And by this, I've had like, you know, I've had nice like conservative folks that have like worked really hard for bodily autonomy and people's abilities to like use their bodies respectfully, as well as I've had like, you know, blue people like do some really fucked up privacy and security shit. It's that like there's no monolith to it. People do people shit, and sometimes that people shit isn't that fucking helpful. So I don't know, like as a nonpartisan bitch, my lens to help analyze this is like in veganism, we'll be chilling and then you have somebody who's like, it's not working, it's not good enough. And you see how the partisan people have gone through this, right? So someone says it's not good enough, you need to push harder, you need to do an X and Y now. And that's very like it's worse than self-defeatism. It's like a doomsday cult that I feel in, right? Because then like in the case of veganism, people got like used by people who had all the resources and ability to cause change on their own. They got levied by them to like commit acts, to go to jail, lose their freedom. They can't vote anymore. Like some of them have gone to jail for like, you know, horrible fucking shit, causing extreme amounts of harm. And that's just not going to be undone. It's not to say it's like a goal of veganism. It's a goal of some people who used it as a fucking cudgel to like, in a fucking veil. Further, like folks were saying that I've been creeping on like news media recently. There's been a push to say that like the person who ended Mr. Kirk's life was like a partisan like alignment, and they've been saying it's like a right-wing person who killed a right-wing person, and it's like that's not the beliefs that this person has espoused. And furthermore, I don't believe that like I'm not trying to say that like the ideology of a person that they espouse doesn't matter. I'm saying that like when someone commits harm and they're willing to levy harm as a thing, like when a vegan person says that they're gonna try to cause a explosion to like make more like change for the in quotes positive, it's not that I'm gonna be like, you're not a vegan person, like okay fine, like but I'm not gonna let that weigh me down in it. You're not, when I say you're not a vegan, it doesn't mean that like you aren't, and it's not like a reasonable thing to accept that, okay, that was an act of terror brought upon by an ideology. It's that your manifestation of that ideology is bullshit, and you're a fucking lazy lamer who wishes harm on people, and that's like never okay. It's just like a whole different kind of person. Oh, I missed it because I was trying to heal? Ooh, golly. I do like this game. It is so punishing. So it's not to say that they're not, but like, so news media in large has been saying it's a a right-wing person harming a right-wing person. That seems incongruent with the reality we live in. We'll still keep digging, but that said, it doesn't matter to me. It matters, sorry, to the judiciary. The judges care. I don't care. Because when they say they do that as an individual, I know the judges get to pick that. The judges get to fuck with that. The judges have to consider that in their sentencing and in the guidelines they give. Me as a person, I'm like, that person, they aren't anything. They're just a fucking harm-causing bitch. They're just a motherfucker who looks for an excuse to do harm. I don't give a fuck what they say they are. Fuck them. I'm not going to think of the whole group as someone who does that. That's kind of what I get at. So, you know, for what it's worth, before we hit that part of it, while I'm still like, you know, in the early phase of this fight, I had to turn off input overlay because it causes Windows to crash currently with the current OBS version, which is so bougie. Anyways, so I can't have my input on it with input overlay. I can try DSX, so it's DualShock X. It's like DualShock 4 Win, but it's like DualShock 5 Win or some shit. It's like they changed the branding. I don't fucking know. They have like a show your input thingy, but it's like green screened out in the back, so we'll try it soon. I just need to remember to set it up first. It did it again. Did you see it? It pulled out my bow when I was doing my block. Maybe I misclicked. Hold on. I probably did.
Holy, drone striking Antifa bases? Oh, yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm pleased to inform you that our many U.S. patriots in the designation of Antifa as a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster as a major terrorist organization, I will be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention on this matter. Again, like, him recommending that is fine. He's like a person, he can recommend it, but the people that will take that action to go through it are gonna be like, you know, yeah. I mean, it does for the judge, right? Because like in sentencing, if it's like an ideological difference, that can count in an act of terror or an act of violence, it can count in a hate crime, right? Like if you say that you're harming someone because they believe that Bhutan has better fucking regulation than the States because they have like a national happiness index, and you're like, if I keep hurting these people, we'll get Bhutan laws here. We'll get Bhutan laws, that'll be dope. Then like if you're hurting people under that auspice, no, a judge has to consider that in sentencing and in guidelines, because that now states is like, you know, what punishments are on the table and also how those punishments are executed upon by the state. But it matters to the courts. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't give a fuck if they say they're a vegan, if it's a vegan teacher or fucking vegan gains. I see that like veganism's goal is to stop suffering, stop child slavery, stop fucking exploiting when we know what we can do better. It's not to go and lambast your fellow humans and make them cry and sad and ruin them financially. The goal is to like know. Yeah, it's used for that by the judge to discipline and punish. That's the person it needs most matter to. And maybe it matters to individuals, but I don't feel like our praxis for analysis as individuals is oftentimes that robust, where we can like have it in a very cogent way. Maybe others can, I don't know. I'm gonna switch my special. But it's that no matter what someone says they are, if they start causing harm, for me, not the judge, but for me, all they are is that, and I'll listen to what they say, that's the thing. I'm not gonna like let someone occlude my view of what it is. However, regardless of what they say, I'm gonna look at them as an asshole who took an excuse, a chance, and misused another person and hurt them when they ought not to have, and they could have chosen to do anything. I like to think that we can do anything we set our minds to, and that means we can cause change without violence, because I've done that. Like, I've helped policy change around me because it's like been important to me to make my life hurt less and to not let people who aren't me go through the same pain I've gone through. And so like, that's whatever, you know? But like, it's when people usually cause harm, I generally look at them as the kind of person who's looking for an excuse to cause harm. And I find that not always, but a lot of time, they would have taken any excuse. And I just don't want to let them use that excuse to influence how I as a person feel about them and their horrible fucking action. The judge cares. The judge has to care. It's important in sentencing and guidelines otherwise. However, I don't fucking care because I don't respect it. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's appropriate. I'll never be okay with it. I will always shout at it. I will always yell at it. I will always take time and to have disdain. I won't hate people, but I will find their actions disgusting. I will find their actions deplorable. I don't hate people, but I do dislike the way people choose to act sometimes. Ooh, I didn't die at least, but... Ooh, I keep missing it.
Oh, yeah. Holy.
Right.
So, of course, says this is what Ed Steen has to say. I am anti-fascist. Are you going to drone me? You're making it incredibly tempting, Steen. It's getting really exciting. Everyone is literally very, very much having a good time here. This is the greatest timeline, truly. Again, don't want this guy to be bombed, but if he's a terrorist, oh well. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we do? What can we do? If he's a terrorist, like, I was supposed to say. Anyway, the new twist that the left immediately...
I'm used to being on the good side of like federal law enforcement and state law enforcement. Like, I'm used to my local law enforcement being the sweeties, the most sweet people in the world. And I'm used to how things are very local. So I realized that like, including like policing and the resultant groups that have tried to ideologically stand against it are oftentimes very geographically locked. And I find that to be like kind of sad that it's not oftentimes realized more by the people who like make an espousal of what the fuck they want. Because like, what I'm getting at is like, if my police fill in for social work, my police are like really cool. Like, mine fill in for social work. I needed a social worker. I didn't have one because locally we don't have those. And I had a really kind member of our police force, like, just make sure I was fine and then bust ass to take care of me. And they'll like hold up traffic for me if I'm trying to cross the road. And like, again, this is always hyper local. This shit happens because policing is managed in local elections done by cities and done by like counties. And that's where people need to fish for change, but they're doing it federally. And because it's been done federally without like taking mind of where it needs to be affected at, we have seen like some hostile overcorrection to a point where like people have like now taken out their apathy because they don't use the right processes to like justify harm at a federal or even national level, because they have frustrations at that level because they don't know the right thing to do and they don't know any better. And ignorance is a bastard. But as in the words of my mom, ignorance is when you don't know, and that's fine. And my editorialism is that's beautiful. But in the words of my mom, stupidity is when you see that you are ignorant and you choose not to do anything about it. Okay, hold on. There we go.
We tried to do to this, which is completely based, and we're going to talk about this.
Pausing is
this
impossible
is an incredibly
here.
amount of.
It's not impossible.
This is incredibly
it's like 2
important
keys.
for their country, to be honest, because this is insane.
Wrong time.
The way that the left is twisting this, and this is hilarious, is that Antifa actually isn't an organization. Antifa is an ideology. It's an ideology that you're anti-fascist. So being anti-fascist is an ideology and not an organ.
I'm willing to say that you're both right in this, though, right? Because it's one of those things, like, when people pick if they're going to say it's faster or it's hotter or it's more warm, right? It does mean something different to different people. However, I grew up, I'm like 3 decades old, right? I grew up knowing about the plight of the people who I share a world with. I grew up knowing about all the atrocities that were around me and that had predated me. I grew up knowing and having reverence for life. And I've never had to scream that at Antifa or to like, you know, change. I never had to change to become more aware of the plight of folks in Palestine. I knew that since I was 10 years old. And I not 10, maybe like 12 or some shit. I was really little, but like my mom was always, you know, we knew people from like Persia who'd been displaced, and Persia's not Persia anymore. So, you know, if one of the people I love most is from Persia, and like, I just never was away from how that's our life. If the people I loved most as a kid are like, you know, from Persia, from Sri Lanka, from all over the beauty of this world. Oh my gosh, I am so gonna get killed again. Kill me. Start it. Do it, bruh. Do it, bruh. Do it if you're real. Bastard. Get it done. There we go. Anyways, so like, I never had to change to do that shit, you know? And so to me, when people have like taken a great diametric change that oftentimes results in them making hostile overcorrection, especially like wishing harm or trying to like make a quick snap decision, I find that to be very ignorant, because then if you make a quick I think people should have a long time to make choices. To like change, to grow, to accept things, to adapt. Because if they don't, you're just pushing them in compromising places for the sake of it.
Organization. And because of that,
for me, hearing that Antifa thing, like, it's like, I get it. I get why there's sorrow, but I also see that, like, I see 2 things, right? I see why it's gonna be, like, I see how it can be misused. I see that, like, I see more than 2. I see how it's been levied in the past. I see the fucking opposition between, like, how people might use it, and I see that not everyone is, like, trying to cause harm. But I also, like, again, I'm used to, like, groups I care about being, like, weaponized by dickheads. Like, for fuck's sake, Autism Speaks is, like, the weirdest hate organization. Like, they do some fucked up shit. And furthermore, ABA therapy, as much as I bitch about it, has improved. Like, so there's just, like, 2 wildly different examples of, like, no, shit changes, and, like, you gotta adapt as you go. Like, maybe Autism Speaks needs to close the doors and never open them again, because they fucked up enough, right? And maybe, like, identifying under the banner Antifa has also become worn out by people who wish to misuse it for harm. And again, I'll just harken back to a single agent provocateur can do irreparable harm to a freedom movement. I've seen it happen in veganism. I've seen it happen with advocating for people's lives before. I've seen it happen in so many things that I'm not surprised. I'm only heartbroken, and I refuse to let those people contaminate how I view the amazing folks who work hard for others and love them and wish to see people go forward and thrive. Oh Oh, I'm so early on this one constantly.
You're basically
hate
first
myself.
and foremost admitting that you are fascist, and second of all, you don't have the ability to make an ideology a terrorist organization. Now, this is the unbelievably unfathomable amounts of...
But also, like, there are people that levy Antifa as a organizational structure, because those people, if you ask me, are probably the same people that when I was little made martial arts cults inside of video games and never gave a fuck about themselves or others. Not to like overly simplify it, but yeah, that's exactly it. But there might be offshoots that are. And like, I find it to be entirely inconsequential to have to abandon the name but still keep the ethos of the message, right? Like, if your goal is to genuinely just abate fucking harm getting caused, it doesn't matter what people... I don't need people to know that I do that, because I just do that every day. I don't go running around screaming I'm a vegan to everyone IRL, and I don't go screaming I'm an ace person. Like, I just do it. And so, in this case, it's been misused by an agent provocateur who has levied it to cause harm. And so what we can instead do is just do the actual praxis. You don't have to use the nomenclature. And in this case, using the nomenclature might cause harm to the people who do it. The thing I wanted to mention that I almost forgot is, okay, the part that genuinely scares the tits out of me is, like, it takes the feds like 6+ months, sometimes 6 weeks, 6 months to deal with getting people and rounding them up for questioning, like after an event. So it's like the people that are doing this shit now and acting out, I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen to them in like, 6 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 months. Because like the law enforcement investigations take like ages to complete. And like, that's just going to keep going, And like, my heart goes out to people who will be mistreated by it. But I'm going to say now that like, I'm used to people taking a freedom movement and misusing it. And when that happens, like, legislature and policy is slow to move. Sometimes you have to just like, if you can't excise people from it, just do the thing in your heart and don't care about like which name it goes by. Like, holy shit, I could bring up how I've been always confused by why people like delineate being gay by like their parts. And it's like, well, why do you call people gay or lesbian when women are just gay women though? What the fuck? It's like, for me, I don't always understand delineation. And so you might just be like, oh, you're just some dumb bitch. And I'd get that, and I can take that. So there you go.
Gay! That some people are spewing onto the timeline right now. And I think I don't actually care. Again, let me introduce you to Nux Doctrine.
Okay.
All right,
Lock in?
I need to write myself a little
But sometimes, like also in churches, for instance, like you can say that religion isn't a single organization, like especially Christianity, but you'll see churches that like have entire power structures to misuse the parishioners. There we go. Sorry. That does happen. And that doesn't mean that you toss the baby out with the bathwater, but when someone else does, don't get tossed out with the bathwater. Just keep your kind heart. Keep your heart. That's all I can say is just keep your heart. Okay, hold on.
No, a couple of tenets.
Okay.
The Nux Doctrine tenets. One of the newest additions to the Nux Doctrine is, I don't fucking care what you say. Your words mean nothing. You're a sack of shit liar.
That's how I treat violent people.
Fuck you and fuck your narrative. You're living in a fake reality. I don't care. This is the new Nux Doctrine mentality, and it's very important. So anytime you see someone spewing an immense amount of gay onto the timeline, engaging is not important.
Quarter of a second early.
Right? So anyway, everyone's favorite retard terrorist supporter extraordinaire, who's probably going to jail soon, had to say this. Hassan Piker says, anti-fascism is an action.
Oh, that's how he clickbaited me. It was the Piker part.
Precisely the reason
Piker's getting taken to Congress.
Administration?
Last I checked. Isn't Piker going... Am I misremembering? I know that the CEO of Twitch is going to have to go talk to Congress. Like, they're getting social media execs in there. I know this man himself has, like, reached out to Mr. Musk to point out that, like, the misuse of platforms, because there are people misusing them. And, like, and there's been no action against it. So, I'm wondering if he clickbaited me with that, I think. So we're going to see. I don't remember if Mr. Piker's going to session, but I know it's going to be no, he is, October, on the 8th. There'll be Twitch CEO on the 8th of October in sessions. And honestly, good for the Congress. Good job. Court sessions and court dates for everybody. It's the most appropriate thing to do. It's better than just tossing them in jail. Did I just glitch up here? Oh, for fuck's sake, I almost got lucky enough to just not have to fight them. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. I don't know if that would have worked or not. I was hoping I got clipped up there that I might be able to like just stand up there and like, you know, maul them while they sat down here or some shit. Like I can just guard their arrows and avoid the hits and just shoot them with an arrow if I did or something. That's what I thought, because I can avoid that hit. But now mind you, that hit's like actually huge. Oopsies. They're almost broken, their posture. It's like Sekiro, you gotta like break their posture, you know? It's like our favorite shinobi Sekiro that needs to like, doesn't know how to cook rice. Break that posture, do that thing. Swang that hammer, get that shit. I can't hold up. Okay, I'm fine with doing it early because I have a really hard time not like going at it incorrectly. I'm working on trying to slip in a strike to their back, but I'm trying to work that out of myself, I guess, because I'm kind of used to wanting it, but I don't think that it's like a good hit to take. I'm pretty sure it's like it looks like a fun time to hit them, but it's like it doesn't actually count as a good attack thing to do, right? Oh, I forgot it doubles up when they get like knocked off the horse. It's not like the phases appear to be like health bar based. It's like the phases appear to be based on how many times they've been knocked off the horse. I mean, I did say that the blue people say weird shit sometimes.
Like this killed Charlie Kirk, by the way. We'll go after anyone expressing.
But he's like someone who's been at least like cracking up like a portion of media that I otherwise would have not been aware of for like mainstream shit in the last little bit, you know? Like he's been grabbing like shit from Young Turks and shit from like major publications, like, you know, like the other major publications that are outside of that as well, like more traditional media. So that's like handy, because it's a thing that on my own I would have not possibly grabbed for the same reasons. I usually am here to be a nerd for like, you know, telecommunications policy and shit. Like not the EFF, sorry. If the FCC decides to like, you know, take away certain cell bands from like, you know, ham radio operators or some shit, like I'm here for that, like so the first. So that's what I'd notice more likely. Or if DOJ is like talking about like how some shit's impacting like the elderly or something, I'd probably notice that most easily. And so, you know, him covering that's been helpful, because I would not have like hit the same shit on my own. That's all. Eek! Oh my fuck, I'm not dead. Oh my fuck, holy shit. I need to calm down. Oh no, this man has me a little bit on the outs. Like, remember, it's like 2 hits to die. I have 4 health pots, but let's be real. Like those health pots, you take like 3 of them to heal your bar. And if you get hit with like, you know, if you get hit with like a lot of the attacks, it'll put you down to like around a 1/3-ish. Oh, thank you.
Discontent with its fascist policies.
So I'm doing a gay voice for Hassan to prep him mentally for his roommate in prison that's gonna have sex with his butthole. Again, hope that doesn't happen, just recognizing the above 0% chance that it does happen. I guess that's kind of what happens when you support terrorists. It sucks to be you, man. It really does. So I, of course, responded, Hassan, I'm really worried you might end up in prison. What a scary time. With an image of Hassan giving a speech on what Antifa is really about. Of course the motherfucker's shaking in his goddamn boots. Obviously. Because he supports terrorists. Yes.
Outside of Antifa, he has done that, though.
Wow, crazy
like,
how this is happening. We're
Houthis.
literally living in the correct timeline. We're living in the correct timeline.
That was the attack I keep fucking up. Oh, I hate myself.
It's unbelievable that we're here. This is an amazing, unfathomably, incredibly positive change for the country.
Gloating about success with him winning about Hassan. Oh, then again, Mr. Piker has directly attacked him. Like, don't forget, Mr. Piker has, like, gone specifically after this man and poisoned the well quite a lot. Like, I had to accept a little bit ago that, like, that well got poisoned for me, too. I just, like, didn't check in on Blue Man's shit and heard other people talk about him. So, like, one day I just, like, cracked it open and I was, like, fishing through. Because, you know, when people talk enough shit on somebody, eventually I go looking myself, because I don't like to take other people's fucking shit just at face value. I'm kind of a go figure it out yourself bitch. So it happened a lot. Well got poisoned. I caught on to it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go like check my shit now. I don't know. Like, there's enough time where Mr. Piker has directly referenced him and been cruel, vicious, and even normalized wishing him harm. Like, Mr. Piker has been gleefully championing harm, death, and hardship on a lot of people. Yeah, that makes sense. I still need to like find out where he's gonna do that for me. Like, you know, I get upset when people like, bruh, I got called the fucking R word by a doctor when I was a kid. I still get upsetty spaghetti. But like, I'll never use that to like justify being cruel to somebody. And as someone who's been like directly impacted by it negatively, by like, you know, medical professionals who didn't keep up with continued education, like there's a thing that I'm like trying to like, you know, chill through as well. I don't know. Tell me about the stuff you've seen and tell me what you catch. And I'm here to like stare with you.
It hurts my heart.
I gotta
that
kill this
Charlie
man
Kirk
right in the
isn't here
game.
to comment on it. It really does, and I feel like that wound is never gonna heal. But that is honestly the turning point. The turning point is I don't care what you say.
Wait,
you're calling
turning point,
people
yes, sir?
fascists. You're getting them killed. Fuck you. Fuck your ideology. You are a terrorist-supporting freak. And honestly, I'm very excited to call you a terrorist supporter directly. Now that Antifa is actually...
And for what it's worth, like, he could have said that when the organization Houthis had been, like, called that, and he said, and Mr. Piker said he stands 10 toes down with the Houthis. Like, he's had a chance to call them that before, so I don't know why he's waiting for now. That's fucking wild. Bro could have gotten on this 10 years ago. Not 10 years ago, like 3 years ago or some shit. I don't know, it's been a minute. He's gonna be talking shit. Like, Mr. Piker has directly wished him harm. There's a chance where we're gonna see that man drug in front of Congress. The CEO of Twitch is gonna get drug in front of Congress in October on the 8th, one day after a horrible fucking tragedy. It's gonna be a rough one. And we're gonna sit here. And I love reacting to Congress sessions anyway, so... I always save my energy for lame duck sessions. I'm such a fucking asshole. Adore y'all, though.
Called a terrorist organization. This is amazing. Congratulations for everyone in America that actually doesn't want to be murdered by a terrorist. It's really nice. So I made this tweet because I think it's honestly very important for people to recognize this. Because
he's gonna bring it up again
in response to this,
isn't he?
We're Antifa. We're a 10,000% anti-fascist. We deplore fascism. Seem like it's a bad thing to be anti-fascist under a fascist. They're admitting they're fascists. Antifa isn't a group, it's a defense mechanism. It only exists because fascism exists. You see, this is one of the examples that I gave you about the unfathomable amount of cum that is spread by
I think you meant to say
gays.
cope.
Dude, I can't even take this shit seriously. First of all, you're self-reporting. You're a terrorist, you should go to jail. All right, that's what happens when you're a terrorist, I guess. Oh well. 7th grade.
All right, I learned something about this fight. Sorry to interrupt. Really important about this fight. First off, you saw that sweep attack, right? I'm being such a fucking dumbass. Let me point this out. You see how I'm processing to their, I'm processing the way I am. I'm going to my left around them. That's where I'm fucking up. It's like the pursuer in Dark Souls 2. You want to process to the right. Go to the shield arm. Exploit the shield arm. Make them rue the fucking day that they thought they had the audacity to hold a defensive and an offensive hand separate without ubiquity. Make them regret you. That's what I learned about this fight. Going to process the other way consistently. Going to the right for me, their left, I suppose, is going to keep me with the longest time until I have to respond to that move. And that fucking... we're fucking bringing it. Fucking hell yeah. Let's go.
Great tactics. Oh, you don't like
Bitches
Antifa?
are gonna get fucked.
Well, that means you must be fascist because we're anti-fascist and you're anti-fascist, which means you are fascist. Like, dude, you can play the word games as much as you want. The word games are over. You killed them. You ended the word games when you shot our negotiator in the throat. All right, with all due respect, it's really cute, but I made this tweet, which I think sums up my feelings pretty well. Hey guys, I'm thinking of starting a movement called Kill the Hitlers, where we go out and kill Hitlers. Anyone that I don't like is considered a Hitler. Anyone that I disagree with is considered a Hitler. What do you mean? That's...
And also, for what it's worth, please don't forget, like, I was told that I was like, because I have said things like it's never okay to make it a safe place, to make others feel unsafe. Because I have said it's never okay to make a safe place for others to feel unsafe. I've been told I was being Nazi-like. Because I've said that it is never appropriate to wish harm on another, I've been told I've been Nazi-like. Just for, like, disavowing the harm. Because that is me as a person and I will never fucking change. So, for what it's worth, like, don't forget that, please. Just because I have said, please don't wish people harm, and it's not okay to make safe places to make people intentionally feel unsafe and to enable people to lash out and be violent and vicious, I was told that I was having Nazi leanings for this. Please don't forget that. Please don't forget that that shit hurts. Please don't forget that it frightens me. And please don't forget that it impacts me. And so I'm here for this too. I'm seeing what happens. But I've been told that for saying something that I think is a very person-like thing to say. It's a very reasonable, everyone should probably say something like that thing to say. Just a very every person thing. A thing that I think y'all would align with me on. I've been told that I had Nazi leanings for that. More than once. It's getting to be a lot of times. And I'm not a big streamer and I don't talk a lot. But I do stand up when I see people being mistreated and harmed. And I've been told that I had Nazi leanings for that. Because I don't think it's okay to say that people can't talk or live. And, yeah. That really sucks. Well, when he does, I'll bitch about it like I do when everyone else does. I just will bitch about it and I'll point it out and I'll be grating. And I'll be grating with people. I'll say why it's inappropriate and I'll point at it and I'll say it's inappropriate every time like I do with everyone. But that's all I do. All I do is ask people to be kind. And that's all I do. And I've been told that, you know, I've been called horrible shit for that. And that's really fucky. So that's the kind of misuse of vulnerable people and weaponization of vulnerable people and people who just wish to stir up a fervor that I think is being analyzed here is I was calling it before it happened. I kind of was like observant of how our society is structuring itself, and I kind of saw it before it happened. And you think I could have bolstered myself and prepared myself and not been affected by it emotionally? Since you see it in advance, why would it bother you?
Terrorism? I guess you're Hitler then. If you're anti-Hitlers, well, that just kind of makes you Hitler.
That's got me called
now,
that.
This is the logic that they're using, and there is no point actually engaging with it.
And by the way, like, this has been a thing that, like, not just one person will say. When one person brings it up, I get ganged up on, and, like, I end up having, like, 3-4 people always taking that side whenever it happens. And it's not to say that, like, everything Nux says is, like, you know, beneficial or helpful or anything. No, it's not. It's not like I'm doing anything for anyone. I'm just saying, hey, this streamer you got right here has been told these things for saying that one thing about it's never appropriate to make a safe place to make others feel unsafe. That's it. That's all I'm trying to point at. I'm sorry for whining about it so much. I'll shut up.
Other than making fun of it, these people need to be humiliated as much as fucking possible. Kirche responded with, calling you Nazi, Hitler, fascist is not that they actually believe you to be that. It's just making you an acceptable target for violence. Which I completely agree with, by the way. Marketing 101, call them a Nazi, hope someone murders them, celebrate the murder.
Well, no, it's that Hassan has directly said that he stands 10 toes down with the Houthis. It's that I was there on his stream when he had the gentleman come on that he initially said was a Houthi soldier, but then immediately recanted it and said that that's not what he meant to say. Like, I was there. I was watching his stream that day. I was watching Mr. Piker's stream that very day. Like, I was there. I was sitting there. I was whinging about this at the time. Like, no, it's that he's directly had, it's, if you're, like, he's saying the Antifa thing at the start, but then he's pivoting to where he's, like, he's then saying that this is only about that. I'm pointing to where he said it before this, and now he's also saying it now, and he's not delineating it, and that's a trap. Don't fall for that trap. What he's doing there is making it easy to, like, latch onto one side, but not to, like, observe the other one as well. So, yeah. I see the trap laid. I see the logical fallacy there. And I see people do logical fallacies every day. We had like a little fucking identify the fucking Mott and Bailey versus Gish Gambit versus Darvo yesterday. It's like, I get it. But he's like, when he says that Hassan has directly enabled people who commit acts of terror, like, it's that outside of Antifa, if you take away Antifa entirely, which we don't know how the judiciary is going to weigh on this, they may say no to Mr. Trump. They have before. We don't know. But we do know that, like, outside of that context, like, this has happened before. And as a result of that, like, this gives him some fervor, I believe. And I think that I think I see some logical fallacy here, but I'm not sure if I want to register as it, like, you know, a trap of a logical fallacy, or just like a fucking man in a flurry trying to say some shit at once and make a fucking point. That's why I'm like, when people say they're hurt, listen, you know? It doesn't matter what they say. It matters that they say they're hurt. We listen. Oi, I'm gonna lose this fight. It's fine. I didn't expect to win right now.
Both sides should condemn violence, and that's literally what we're dealing with right now. Clearly, the person accusing you of being a terrorist is a Hitler, and he should be killed. Based. Yeah, so that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. This is despicable shit, and honestly, it doesn't need to be toyed with. It's almost like they're saying, as long as you give a just title to your terrorist organization.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's sensationalism. But the thing I keep whinging is folks are oftentimes worried about partisan alignment. I don't think that's what they should worry about. It's the rise of populism. I've been saying this for 2 years now, and I'm going to keep saying it. I don't think the partisan people see that they're being used for populism and levied as a cudgel, the hand of it. But I see the populism on rise, and I don't see that it's a partisan thing. I see it as a populism thing. I see the partisan people getting exploited all the fucking time, but I don't see it as like I don't look at them and scream shit like it's. I don't look at the partisan people and immediately think like, oh, it's all them, like, because of reason. I see the partisan people and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's pretty easy to get whipped into a fervor, huh? That sucks. It's not to excuse it. It's not to enable it. It's just Mr. Obama, populism. Mr. Sanders, populism. Mr. Trump, populism. Nux, populism. There's a turn to populism. There's not a turn to fucking, like, there's not a partisan turn. It's a populism turn. The populism exploits the partisan people because they're easy to whip into a fervor. Maybe I'm, like, simplifying it, and I'll admit that now. But, like, I do look at it this way to help me analyze it. And analyze it. Yeah, I'm like Toby Flunky, the world's first anal rapist. Goddamn, holy shit.
Now you can't actually go after the terrorist organization.
I'm fucking dead, hold on.
My terrorist organization is going to be called The Good Guys.
Fuck
we
it.
rape and torture
Start
children.
over.
We're The Good Guys.
Sorry, the anal rapist part, the Toby Flunky callback got me. It's like, I needed levity. I need levity sometimes. And it does kind of center me. And so, oopsies, I watched a lot of that show. Oopsies, I watched a fuckload of that show. Oopsies, Tobias Flunky, the world's first anal rapist. A therapist and an analyst. And amidst other things.
And you can't ever come against us.
Sorry.
If you are against us, well,
thanks for tolerating me. Sorry.
The good guys, which makes you the
Appreciate
bad
y'all.
guys. And that's literally the argument that they're using right now.
We're gonna win.
It's hilarious how pathetic and gay they are. So this is Hassan, obviously crying, crashing out on the timeline.
And don't let him whip you into a fervor. Like, just notice that there are fallacy that's going to be put to us. Like, again, like, he's going to keep calling Hassan gay because he expects it to, like, probably upset him. Like, okay. I mean, I can tell a lot about person from telling a really shitty gay joke. Like, I don't mind gay people. To be honest, I think I've, like, mostly just love all people equally. However, if I tell a shitty gay joke and then someone's like, yeah, fuck those gay people, then I know that that person has some, like, freak ass tendencies and I'm about to, like, call them out on it. Like, I could say, like, like, fuck it. I keep saying I like gaming, but I keep misspeaking and I'm like, yeah, I like gaming. And if somebody's like, ha ha ha, fuck those gay people, then I know they've got some shit they need to, like, not be around me with. Yeah, YOLO. Yolo County Fair. Oh my gosh, I want to get the Yolo County Fair meme. I'm sorry. I'm gonna levity myself up. Hold up. Look at me, because I don't know where Discord's gonna launch at. Just look at me. Just look at my ugly face. Look at this ugly face that only a mother could love. Look at it. Look at it. My mother did love this face. I love her dearly. She's a sweetheart. Miss her. She's one of the sweetest gals I ever met. Quite a bomb lass, if you ask me. 10 out of 10. Absolute win. Taught me how to be not an asshole. And then I fucked it up by being an asshole. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Oh my God, I don't know what to ask. Do you want to have sex with me?
Wow, it really is.
Wait up. I'm finding it.
Really, your mind is
Finding
one
it.
place.
While I find it, I'm just blasting other shit at you. Hold on.
Also, like, all women are mentally ill.
Hold on, I'm finding it.
Also, like, all women.
I'm so done. The audio is slightly delayed.
Talk about the allegations!
Wait for it, I'm still finding it. Nope, still getting it. Yolo County Fair. Rides are... Yolo County Fair, where the fuck are you? Oh gosh.
Sorry, what's your name again?
Roger.
Roger? Hey, Roger, can I have a chat with you? Just a chat, man. I don't wanna,
Challenge those creative senses.
It's the same gist, those two. The Roger and this, same gist.
Explore different...
Bitch, I don't answer questions. Leave me the fuck
Where
alone.
is Yolo County
What the fuck
Fair?
do you
Why can't I
want?
find this? It was right when I was doing
I don't
igloo
answer
memes the most.
questions. Kick
Where the
fucking
fuck is
rocks.
this?
Bitch, I
fuck
don't
did I put
answer
this?
questions.
The
Leave
fuck?
me the fuck alone. What the fuck do you
The
want?
fuck did I do? Where the fuck is this shit?
I don't answer
Bro.
questions. Kick fucking rocks.
Brother,
Where the fuck
What's
did I put
that?
this? Found it.
what's that, brother?
Free entry, $5 for parking, and $35 for a ride wristband if you're interested in riding one of these big monsters behind us.
Okay, hold on.
Reporting live.
I know the levels are shit on this one. Oh, I didn't get it. Nope, that's VLC. I need this one.
Free entry, $5 for parking, and
Oh.
$35 for a ride wristband if you're interested in riding one of these big monsters behind.
Oh my gosh, it's on the same interface. Oh my gosh, it actually is. Oh my gosh, I fucked that up. Okay, hold on, one sec. Let me fix it. Fixing, hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Streamer sucks. Wait, streamer sucks. Wait, streamer sucks. Hold on. Wait for it. Streamer is worst. Streamer. Wait, is it on this one?
Behind us. Reporting live in what?
Yeah, it is. Wait, is this going to here? Nah, is it? Wait, what the fuck?
Covering local news that.
I have like so many audio interfaces. I'm sitting over here like this, right? Like this is me right now, okay? I'm over here in voice meter, like, okay, where's it going? Where's it going? And I'm like, oh, the interface I do use when I call people on Discord also has this. Oh, okay then. That makes sense. Because I was over here tripping like, what the fuck is this on? Where is it coming from? What the fuck? No, I'm just not smart. It's okay. Hold up. One sec. Yolo County Fair. Let's go.
Free entry, $5 for parking, and $35 for a ride wristband if you're interested in riding one of these big monsters behind us. Reporting
that's
live.
all. That's all. Just Yolo County Fair. That's it. That's all I had. Nothing else. I'm just a silly gooser. Don't mind me. It was worth dying in the game for. 100% would do it again. Every day. All the time. Best choice I made in my life was letting the NPC in this game kill me to get that meme. I agree. I will never take it back. I have no regrets. I will never regret that choice in my life. Not once.
They're openly admitting they're fascist, by the way. First of all, obviously, no. This is literally slander, actually. This is literally slander for anyone that actually cares. For anyone that actually cares.
Oh, the memes in the Discord, in the Clips channel, it's back from 25th of July, 2024.
This is slander. It's a lie. No one is admitting to any of this, but he's a leftist, so the truth really doesn't matter. Hey, he thinks there's more than two genders. Like, are we really going to take his words at face value?
Nuts is going to be taking shots.
Tim Pool responds, nope, we're the good guys. I love this meme so much. Our flag proves it. If you're against me, you're the bad guy. That's the meme. We call ourselves the anti-bad guy squad, and we label our opponents the bad guys. How can people not understand this? We can never be terrorists because we're fighting the bad guys. It's so simple to understand. Everything we do is justified because of our name. Literally, I fucking love that people aren't even engaging with this argument and just making fun of these people, because it is important for them to be made fun of as much as possible. I firmly believe we need to keep making fun of them. So here's the lore. The lore is President Donald Trump designated Antifa as a major terrorist organization on September 17th, 2025 through a Truth Social post and White House statement.
The one time I needed to be locked on, and my dumbass is like, okay then, I'm not gonna lock on, clearly. Me, the person who's like, I'm never gonna lock on, should have locked on for once. Yeah, but he's been taking shots. Like, I see right now what he's doing is just taking, like, inconsistent shots. Like, he's gonna be shitting on everything, hoping people yell at him, so he can shit on them right now. He feels vindicated at the moment, it seems, after a man has been wishing him harm. And that man, Mr. Piker, is getting put through the ringer. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have to wait for the judiciary to weigh in on this whole thing with Antifa. I don't think Mr. Trump alone is gonna have what it takes to do this. I'm pretty sure that's a judiciary thing. And so we'll see. I think he can write the recommendation, write the letter, request it. I think he can put it into an order for a bit, but like in terms of upholding, I don't think it's gonna do it on its own without like more steps. Maybe I'm a fucking goofer. Lucky. Lucky Baducky. Bruh. Okay, sorry, that was hard.
Directly linking the action to the recent assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. I'm really happy that it's tied to this. Personally, I'm very, very happy that it's tied to this, and I'll explain to you exactly why. I will explain to you exactly why. Because for far too long...
Oh, by the way, but literally, don't get caught up in what happens in the moment. A lot of times we've seen extreme fatigue happen because of things the presidents say, not just Mr. Trump, Mr. Obama, Mr. Bush. They'll say something. They'll whip the people up into a fervor, and they're fatigued. They're too fatigued to engage the next serious thing. Don't think of it as just what are they saying. Also consider what are you going to be too fatigued to engage with when you dissect this news and you don't have your eyes peeled to the next thing. Do keep looking out for what comes next. That's a thing, you know? I'm willing to bet that Nux is 0% aware he's advocating for implementing thought crime. I mean... I feel like he's aware. I feel like he's aware. I feel like he's just right now just taking a fucking victory lap because he's taking a generational victory lap is what I'm getting from it. Like, my read on this is he feels vindicated that the people that have wished him and people he directly cares about death, that have accused him of being a sex criminal, that have accused others of being sex criminals, that have misspoken and levied that, I feel like he's vindicated that people that have accused him of crimes that will be punishable by extreme fucking means, which there is no case to support, nothing else, like, I feel like that he is a bit victory lappy because people that have done this are actually getting shown the proper hand of justice for the first time in a while. And there's a lot of casualties going down with them. And I think he's looking at the ones that are like, that have fucked with him. And he's mad and he's Malden and he's about to like take a victory lap on everybody and not give a fuck. Because he can just likely, I'm reading this from my perception of this man, because he can say whatever the fuck he wants. And what the words matter? Just words, just talking. He can say words. So he's gonna have his victory lap, and people that like buck back in violent or demeaning ways, they're gonna be the ones to put their heads on the next pike. Because at the moment, if this turns into hostile overcorrection, people that have been like espousing this, the federal law enforcement peeps are gonna get up to them for the next 4-6 months. Like, saying it prior is one thing, but now people going for it now, especially defensively because they're upsetty spaghetti, like, they're gonna be fucking seeing federal law enforcement. So I feel like he might be thinking he can say any goddamn thing he wants to, rouse up all the fucking weirdos that he wants to fuck with, and make them fucking mauled on mainland, Cyrax the fuck out, because the second they rax out, unlike Cyrax, the feds are gonna go for them. I think Cyrax is too smart to like evoke the feds in this one. I'm gonna be honest. If Cyrax says that he's Antifa, that will take me out of left field. If he avoids it, especially just to like avoid the flack, that's what I expect. I think lolcows are even not gonna get caught up in like standing this one. And again, like, I've always been like trying to be kind and mindful towards others and just respectful. And so like, as a result, I don't need an organization to align with to do that. Like, the goals of any organization, Cyrax is a lolcow who takes his penis out on live streams to take the live stream down on other people's streams in front of children. He's a grown-ass man who has a rash on his head, bad eczema, and uses this as a cudgel to be rude to people. Because he thinks he's ugly, he now thinks it's okay to abuse people. What crime have folks accused him of? Nux? Mr. Piker said that Nux and Mr. Piker has called Nux Taku, Tectone, and other people, including he's called Nux and Tectone pedophiles. Don't forget, Mr. Piker has called them pedophiles. Like, when he gets mad, he accuses people of sex crimes. Like, this I have seen him do directly while watching his content. He will accuse this man of being a sex criminal because he's mad and wants to not engage the things he brings up. And That's what I mean when the well gets poisoned from like towards even me, and that's what like Carl Jobs poisoned a well with Billy Mitchell. Mr. Piker tries to poison it with this man. Mr. Piker accuses people of being pedophiles when he's mad, not because of analysis. He throws that around. Like people who are victims of sex crimes, like he is called a victim of child sexual assault, a pedophile, because he's mad at them. He's been shitting on Lolicon as far as I've been aware for a while. Like every time I've seen it come up, he's been shitting on it, and he's said that he's like had reason to for years. When he did that shit years ago with Mutahar, that was also them working for what is it? What do you call them? The people who do booking, not for shows, for like an agency, whatever the fuck you call an agency for YouTubers, and not an MCN, not a major content distributor or whatever. They were like, they contracted to someone for help doing stuff, and they set them up for it. To our understanding, that's what we've been told. I don't know if it goes deeper than that, first and foremost. However, like, when that's what's told to us, and then Mr. Piker is directly accusing them of this, like, that's wild. Like, that's a lot. And that's a lot, you know? Like, he's saying that Mr. Piker supports terrorists, in part because Mr. Piker supports the Houthis. And he might be saying Antifa now, but don't get whipped into a fervor and triggered into fucking yourself over because of this man's words when he's taking a generational victory lap, because you'll be setting your head on a pike like he might want everyone who might be in his way to do. So I wouldn't do that. It's up to you, but I wouldn't do that because that reason. Anyways, one sec.
Free entry, $5 for parking, and $35 for a ride wristband if you're interested in riding one of these big monsters behind us.
Your cup is always half empty.
Your cup is always half empty. Like, protests are oftentimes never going to be illegal, but people will criminalize things people do at protests. Don't get whipped into a fervor because of people on the internet who don't have to matter. Because, like, all the policy change I need to do, all of the efforts I need to put into, I can do this locally. All of the change I need to see, we do this locally. Neither of them, no, because they're probably too smart to engage, like, the little fucking rage bait. No, it's gonna be people like you, me, people like us, people that are watching media, people that have social media. Smaller creators don't have, like, shitloads of lawyers. People that don't have support. It'll be those people who get their heads put on pikes. Those. It's those who are gonna be the ones who are at risk. The ones who are just there. People who are uninformed as well as people who are informed but feel vindicated or feel justified. Our cohorts, our loved ones, our friends. Not these famous people. Our people. The everyday people. Those people are the ones that are going to get their heads put on pikes from this misaction. And for overreacting or hostilely overcorrecting in this situation. You know, the people that likely everyone, regardless of if they are like a conservative or a Democrat person, like the people that we all love equally, just everyday people are the ones who are going to be impacted. Probably not content creators. Like, they're probably not going to put their heads on a pike. They probably are going to be too inclined to be cautious because they need their money. But, you know, the everyman, that's the one I'm worried about. Because most folks don't know what's illegal or not. And it's really easy to get them to do something that's compromising, both socially or emotionally. And as a result of that, that's who I'm scared for. People who were easily exploited, people that were told that if they don't have to play Klarna back, they could just have forever money. Those folks, you know? People that we can all relate to understanding, but not necessarily agreeing with their choices. Those are the people that I'm concerned for. The ones that are whipped into a fervor. The ones that don't know what words mean, but still use them out of fucking emotional gravitas. The folks who are unstable. The folks that are stable but scared. The folks that are fucking confused. The folks that are sure of themselves, cocksure and positive, even though they might be misstepping. Those are the ones I'm worried about when I say that, about who might put themselves on a pike. Those are the ones. All of them.
Last week, and far too many times, I've seen pundits, specifically on the left, trying to frame this as it has nothing to do with left-wing extremism. It's just some
Neither.
deranged guy that killed him, who might even be MAGA. That's why Jimmy Kimmel lost his job. He might even be a MAGA guy that killed him. Yes, he wrote...
Oh, I watched President Sunday's latest video. I think my summation, the thing that surmised it, it's like, I will never be okay with people wishing harm, and I will never find it to be appropriate to excuse it. I like President Sunday, adore him as a person, genuinely enjoy him. I just don't agree with that. And I won't make space for people who excuse causing harm. I won't make space for people that are like relishing in the death of another. I will never make space for them. Like they will be in this world with me, but I will never be patient with them in the same capacity as I will be when they do anything that isn't directly like that. And, you know, that's to say, like, while they say those words, if they change the subject and wear a smile and say a positive thing for a second, I'll engage them there. But when someone opens their mouth, when they purse their lips to avow harm on another, I will not agree with that. I will be cruel and crass at times if I'm by accident, but I will try to not be cruel. I will be cold, but I will try not to be cruel. But if I am, it's because I find it so opposed to what I think is okay. And so I realize that I'm going to try to not to be, but I also realize why I might be, you know? It's a twofer. That said, I'm not going to be like a cruelty to Sunday. Like, Sunday seems to just be like very, it's okay that they're like this, it's trauma. And I'm like, your trauma isn't supposed to be a cudgel. Because I've been in therapy since I was 10. I'm 3 decades old now. I have the basic life skills to have appropriate conflict resolution and not do that. And I get that that's a point of privilege, right? Having access to that since you're a child, great. That said, I also don't excuse that our society has failed to put these, like everyone, like we have, you know, we're assured doctors and dentists as we're kids. I think we should also be assured therapists and psychiatrists too, to be fair. Because that kind of lifelong health monitoring means if you get a tumor, that there's an intervention system for you. It means if you have an immediate mood change and there are means to better diagnose BPD or anything else, or even any multitude of things, there's a better system to do so. We're negligent for not doing it now, is my feeling, you know? Yeah, I can see why it's a tactical mistake. It's that, though it is a tactical mistake, I don't care about the tactic that they're trying to evoke. I care that what they're doing is wickedly inappropriate. I'm not trying to say they're wicked. I'm saying it's inappropriate when people do that. And I just don't have, like, I will not mince my words with them. I'll just tell them how I feel about their actions, about as plain as I did now. I don't need to be in more of a fervor or less, but that's how I feel about those folks. I find it inappropriate. And if I'm to be snide, I'd say I can't wait for them to find out that it takes, like, federal law enforcement a few weeks to catch up and a few years to press charges. Because they're going to have years of fear. People who enabled it, like, and that's not Sunday, but like the people that we're making some consideration for between both of us, like, yeah, we want them to be able to grow, but I think that when your trauma becomes a cudgel, that's kind of lame. Like, that's how you break the cycle, is by not, right? Like, people using their trauma as a cudgel is why we find there are so many people who commit child sexual assault. Like, they're normalized to it and habituated to such actions. It's not because they, like, necessarily are just a one, like, dimensional thing. It's that it's been normalized and habituated. They've been habituated to it. If we listen to the victims and their aggressors, that's what I've learned, is that the victims have said oftentimes it was normalized to them, and the aggressors say it was normalized to them. So much in that, and in this case, normalizing inappropriate shit is just normalizing inappropriate shit. And I just don't have patience for it. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't really give a fuck. Like, I want the best for everyone. I would give my everything for anyone. And so I just don't see how one does this. As a person who would give my all for those I love and can see how others would too, it doesn't make sense to wish harm or to normalize it or to be okay with it. The people that use their harm and their trauma as a cudgel, or their misinformed trauma, or properly informed as a cudgel, I just don't have fucking patience for it. You know, that's all. It's not about their tactics. Their tactics don't get to matter yet. They did an inappropriate thing, and until I see that addressed appropriately, like when you fuck up and you apologize, what do I look for? I want people that can articulate what they did, what they're going to do. Like, if I take your lunch from the fridge at work, I want you to be able to say, hey, it's fine. However, if I take your lunch, I would rather say something like, hey, I took your lunch, I apologize, I wasn't thinking, I fucked up, I didn't prep in advance, and I got lazy and I made a shit choice, and then I want to buy you food, right? It wouldn't, like, I expect people to be able to explain the praxis of which they've misstepped on, to explain what they'll do going forward, and to grow appropriately and safely, because I need them to, because I realize that we can't hate someone and then stop existing. We have to grow with each other. We have to grow together or we fall apart. And I'd rather grow stronger together, embolden us to all be better than anything else. I don't know. I'm a loser. I don't know. I'm a loser. What do you want from me? I'm a fucking loser, and I'm a wuss, and I'm a bleeding heart goober, and I just want people to be okay, and I give my world for them all, no matter who they are. But, you know, whatevs. I suck. I know it.
Anti-fascist on the bullet, but maybe he was just memeing. We don't actually know. Maybe he was just mentally ill. All right. So the reason why I'm really happy that this is...
But just because they're rampant everywhere, all that means is I have more people to say that's inappropriate to as I wag my finger at them, right? It doesn't mean that, like, it's all it means to me is, like, there's more people doing inappropriate shit that I'm going to say, hey, you're doing inappropriate shit too. That's all it means. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just, hey, you're inappropriate. Sorry. Can you work on it? Here's how come I think it ought to be worked on. It stays in my words. It grows, it dies, and it lives there. It doesn't, like, meet them in violence. It doesn't accelerate it. It doesn't embolden others to commit acts. No, I'll just call it inappropriate. I find it very easy to just love people equally, regardless of whom they are. So I'll just treat people like I would want my mother to be treated if I disagreed with her. You know? Like, to the best of my ability. Now, that said, I do have to admit that sometimes I'm an old autistic woman a bit stuck in my ways, and sometimes I do get a bit yelly when I'm upsetty spaghetti. And, oops, but good luck. That's just like, oops. Kaylin was trying to say how to deal with it better, and I was sitting there like, I mean, or people can just not make me yell, you know? Like, I'm not trying to be blasé about it. I will work on it as time goes on, but, like, if I just say TLDR, I can't even start cognitive behavioral therapy until I can get through dialectical behavioral therapy. If I say that, you might get me. You might make fun of me, but that's where I am as a person in life, and that's why I'm able to make that realization and try to take a practice of how to grow. And first, does not, like, enable my behavior, but I can see how it's inappropriate to folks, and I can also try to work on it, but I also try to work on it, like, safely and appropriately in a way that doesn't impact people. I try not to do it too much. I did yesterday. I got quite heated yesterday because, like, reasons. Moreover, I was, like, having to reiterate why someone was, like, it was about someone who was 15 getting sexually assaulted, and someone asked me something that I thought was snide, and I was like, that's not appropriate, and I started yelling. Okay, that's all. That's why I yelled yesterday, so whatever. I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying, like, me as a person, like, I got shit to do, and I'll do that. But I don't think that, like, you know, justifies it. I just think that, like, I got shit to do.
Is attached is because it needs to be universally recognized that there is a far left radical extreme amount of people, over medicated population on the left that literally wants you dead, and they will celebrate your death. They will justify your death. They will say both sides have issues. You will become a statistic. That's what they want. They want you dead. They want your children to change genders and kill themselves. Okay? I'm sorry if this sounds like hyperbole. It's only somewhat hyperbole. With all due respect, there is a problem in the country.
Now I feel vindicated.
Which authorities
I can call it. I was right.
connected to a suspect with far-left affiliations. The designation highlights Antifa's alleged involvement
I'm going to risk dying in this game.
Including during the 20...
Nope, I'm risking dying in the game for this. Nope. Nope. I feel vindicated. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you hear it? I've vindication. Dear sweet, blissful vindication. I wear it so well. Like wrathful indignance. I will joke and say that I wear wrathful indignance very pretty. And, or I say that I wear wrathful indignance very well. I wear it very pretty. That's say I ought not to do it. But I do realize that, like, because I wear wrathful indignance in a pretty way, that I ought not to do it. Oh, well. Well, yeah, but I'm vindicated. See? Here's how.
There is a problem in the country. Which authorities connected to a suspect with far-left affiliation...
About 15 seconds. That's all I need to focus. And I was right.
The designation highlights Antifa's alleged involvement with violent extremism, including during the 2020 George Floyd protests, riots. Though expert note is its decentralized structure as an anti-fascist ideology rather than a formal entity. That's the argument. This move revives Trump's earlier 2020 efforts and prompts discussions on legal enforceability and implications for domestic extremism classified by agencies like the FBI. I like that we're doing this. I feel like we need to go even further. We need to go a step further than this. I think that it's not even about that shit. Like, dude, we need to bring back the anti-communism shit. I think anyone that calls you a fascist, they're basically signing your death warrant. They want you dead. Right? If you're a fascist, they should kill you. They have to violently uprise, right? That's literally the point. So if they call you a fascist, they call you a Nazi, bro, that shit means they want you dead. It's crazy. So anyway, it's pretty great. The responses to this have been really funny. First and foremost, I think it's important to note this is Hassan Piker, largest leftist political streamer. As you can see over here,
where the fuck was him saying he was being hyperbolic? 9 minutes? Oh, I didn't go far back enough. Sorry.
They will say both sides have issues. You will become a statistic. That's what they want. They want you dead. They want your children to change genders and kill themselves. Okay? I'm sorry if this sounds like hyperbole. It's only somewhat hyperbole. With all due respect, there is a...
Yeah, him saying it's only somewhat hyperbole is also him being hyperbolic, is my point. I'm pretty fucking sure this man is more I'm pretty sure that he's being a I'm used to saying serious, delirious, Tiberius. I forgot what I used to say for hyperbole. God damn it. A hyperbolic shpambolic. There we go. Hyperbolic shpambolic. I just toss words together sometimes. It'll be fine. Yeah, the whole J-Reg meta-irony thing, it's gonna happen. It'll be fine. Oh well.
Problem in the country.
Like, genuinely, I just think that, like, a lot of the fucking error that we see in the world will be better addressed with people just talking to and with each other, bridging gaps, and bringing us closer together. And I only see that dividing us and pushing us apart is going to be horrible. Like, by the way, this tragedy has brought a lot of people together. That's inappropriate. It shouldn't have had to take that. That's the only point, is it shouldn't have had to take the death of a man to bring people together. It should have just happened. I've been bitching about it and pleading for it and crying for it for ages. I got told I had Nazi leanings for asking for people to just be kind and not wish harm, and just to not make safe places to make others feel unsafe. It's bananas. But that said, like, I don't look at groups as those to do that. I look at individuals and choices. So, and he is just going to be hyperbolic, and he's going to take his generational fucking lap on everybody. And I'm pretty sure since Mr. Musk is watching his, like, messages now, there's a solid chance that, like, somebody's gonna pop off, be inappropriate, and just put themselves in the fucking lineup for some wonky shit. And I figure he knows that, and he's about to fucking take that W if he can take that W, you know? I mean, it's partisan shit that's always failed us, right? Like, I've never put trust in anything. I've always put trust in, like, my ability to have, like, reading comprehension and to, like, go and look at their voting histories and to see what they've done in the past, to see how they respond to their, how they respond to their constituents. I make sure that when I vote for someone in the ballot box, I see what they stand for. And as a result, I've found conservative leaders that have, like, been more for bodily autonomy and agency than the Democratic leaders in their area, because I look at their voting history. Partisan shit's usually a fucking farce, and that's me being hyperbolic there. My hyperbole starting in 3, 2, 1. Partisan shit is usually a farce, and it drains you and leaves you fatigued. I don't see it being fucking functional. I mean, like, if somebody is a Democrat or a Republican, if they are qualified for the job, and the job that they are saying they can do and will do and want to do is within their ability to do, like, if they're giving money to the farmers, if they're giving the kids better roads, if they're helping old folks get to the hospital, if they're helping us have crop diversity so we don't die when the next Grandma Shell banana thing happens and we lose a portion of the arable crops, if they're working towards a better future for you, me, those we love, those we don't know, and I'm good with it. Like, I'm a split ballot bitch, you know? Like, if you're doing your job, if you're capable at it. Maxine Waters, you know, she wanted to sign contracts without reading them in the behest of the American people. It's like there's no partisanship to dumb bitch energy, which I can prove. I'm not a partisan person. I live off of dumb bitch energy. I am the sole source of it in the universe, probably. However, some people have decided to pick up my dumb bitch energy, apparently, and do silly things with it. You know? Essentializing people in those positions. Yeah. I mean, like, there's really who is in politics? It's people like you and I. It's the people, right? Like, who can be a politician? You? Me? I want to run for the House of Representatives when I'm older. Like, when I get my shit more together, that's what I want to do. I like putting my time in. I like researching and reading for countless hours. I need to put timestamps in for this video. I like pouring my time into people, and I like caring about them. I don't care about their partisan alignment. I care about, are they okay? Are they loved? Are they safe? Are they warm? Do they need anything? I care about that kind of stuff. The rest is kind of like whatever, as long as they're not harmed or hurting anyone, as long as they aren't hungry, thirsty, or if they have their meds, if they have food and they have water. I really don't give a fuck. Those are my big concerns. Do you have meds, food, and water? I'm timestamping
which
things, so
authorities connected to a suspect with far-left affiliations. The designation highlights Antifa's alleged involvement with violent extremism, including during the 2020 George Floyd protests.
Sorry, hold on.
I might get a chance to jump. Dude, I'm about to get racist!
Oh, that's based, Joe?
No, that is most certainly not based.
Please?
Okay, sorry. It's a good timestamp.
Though expert note is its decentralized structure as an anti-fascist ideology rather than a formal entity. That's the argument. This move revives Trump's earlier 2020 efforts and prompts discussions on legal enforceability and implications for domestic extremism classified by agencies like the FBI. I like that we're doing this. I feel like we need to go even further. We need to go a step further than this. I think that it's not even about that shit. Like, dude, we need to bring back the anti-communism shit. I think anyone that calls you a fascist, they're basically signing your death warrant because they want you dead. Right? If you're a fascist, they should kill you. They have to violently uprise, right? That's literally...
I'm just gonna say this as a point of bitching. You don't have to take it for anything, and I don't expect you to, like, weigh anyone based on it. I'm just saying, I've been told, I'm bitching on Maine. I have been told, because I'm just gonna whinge one more time, then I'll shut the fuck up. I have said, it's not okay to wish harm on others. It's not okay to wish for people's death. And I've said it's not okay to make a safe place to make others feel unsafe. And because of this, I've been told I had Nazi leanings. This still breaks my fucking heart. But I also just don't give a fuck. Like, I'm hurt, but I don't, like, weigh it against the people who said it. I just kind of, like, am sad.
The point. So if they call you a fascist, they call you a Nazi, bro, that shit means they want you dead. It's crazy. So anyway, it's pretty great. The responses to this have been really, really funny. First and foremost, I think it's important to note this is Hassan Piker, largest leftist political streamer. As you can see over here, he has paraphernalia from terrorist organizations in the background. Dude, we gotta fucking take care of this guy. I'm just saying. Look, man, I was salivating at the thought of Hassan Piker going to prison, but now that drone strikes are on the table, no, I'm kidding. Obviously, I don't want it to get drone struck. I just wanted to go to jail.
Yeah, but the FBI gave him buck back in his first term as well. And also, he alone can't really do that. Like, remember, when he says that, and people get in a fervor and fatigued, they tend to be blinded to the next bit of the news cycle. So he can say a galvanizing thing that makes people upset, and then they don't focus on the next important thing that's going to happen when their eyes are closed. That's what I see in that. I don't see anything else there. When he says things, or anyone, because, like, his terms have, I bet, come midterms, he's going to make a lot of a stir because he wants to excise all of the midterm people that weren't, like, hand and foot with him. Because during his first term, he was very upsetty spaghetti, come midterms, that people were pushing back and had hired a lot of representatives that he didn't agree with. So I look when he says, like, something like, let's say that happens, right? And that he says that vegans are now a terrorist group. I'm a vegan person. Let's say he says that. Because, like, there are people who go to vegan groups and they try to use them as terror groups. That does happen, right? Like, same name, but, like, whatever. If he were to say that, I know that if I spend my week in a fervor about that, I'm gonna miss the policy on Tuesday and Thursday from the FCC, and policy on Monday from the DOJ, and policy regarding borders later. And I know that I won't notice those things if I'm fatigued and only solely focused on the thing. So when you hear galvanizing stuff that he doesn't have the authority entirely to act upon without the furtherance of another group, look at it the John C. Dvorak and Adam Curry way, right? Why are you being drawn here? And what are you fucking missing? Treat it like a mystery novel. Treat it like we're watching Poirot. Because oftentimes it's exploitable that people look at very tangential or very temporally locked things, right? Like, we'll look at something that can happen immediately because we hear it. We don't look at what we're not informed of because we're not told to think about it. So don't get fatigued. When you see people getting fatigued and in a stir about it, try to not find yourself in that fatigued stir because your eyes are now closed.
I'm a very simple man, but I'm just saying, drone strikes are now on the table. Unlikely.
Sorry, I have an objection. He's not a simple man. He uses a fucking VTube avatar that is fucking like motion tracking him. I've tried to hop in on fucking VTubers software projects before because it's really cool fucking facial identification, motion tracking, object avoidance, and object identification stuff also comes in there. One of my friends was building drones for a while, and what I really wanted to do was do object avoidance based upon fucking like hydrogen inside of trees and stuff, because what has water inside of it? A lot of buildings, a lot of trees, people, things you need to avoid have water in them. I mean, you can hit a build, like you can like hit a little like 50-gram drone against a building and the building will be fine, the drone will break, so who the fuck cares? But like, you know, like if I wanted a camera to follow me while I'm running so I could then use it to blur, like my computer at home to blur everyone else who isn't me, so we could talk while I'm having a run down the running trail and not like, you know, blast my location or some shit. Like, those are the kind of things I have to care about, you know? It's like, what the fuck happens there? So, I don't know. I'm just glad to be a person. Thank you for being around. Well, cheers. Thank you. I like streaming. I stream mostly every day because I'm a butthole.
Yes. Do I support it? No. But, all right, anyway, the point is...
Hey, good luck with your work. I'm wishing you the best. I believe in you. Go succeed. Do well. Make us proud. I believe in you. I know you will make us proud, but I'm reminding you you're going to do it. Go do the thing. Thank you for being kind to the people we share a world with. I appreciate it deeply. Oh, and thank you for being kind to Sunday. We adore Sunday here. I'm gonna try to get this boss, even though I'm not taking this boss very seriously. I'm gonna try to half attention kill this boss. We're gonna get it. Oh my gosh, there's a fucking legal mindset video on my screen right now. What the fuck? I'm gonna let this play. What the fuck Inception shit? Well, no, it's that like we didn't have to. I kept inserting myself, so we did the fucking, we can't say what the fuck he is, but here's the things people are trying to levy that I think are substanceless, and here's what I do and don't know video about that man. And I ended it in the worst song ever, and I feel bad hitting people without context, but I kind of want to so I can get up and get a soda. Holy shit. Fuck. Holy shit. I'm gonna do it after if he talks, or if he doesn't, I'll do it then.
Anyway, this is what Legal Mindset had to say. He made a little video talking about it, and I think it's really important because it turns out that Antifa is partially being funded by the Canadian government, obviously. The fucking gay, anti-fascist Canadian government. They're so busy committing the slowest suicide I've ever seen, inviting people into the country that wants to kill them. Shout out to these motherfuckers. So let's see the legal ramifications of this for a second.
This is a big one, and this just came out today. Canada, Trudeau, and Canada is funding Antifa. You can't make this up.
All right, so let's
understand this already
for a second.
established?
If Antifa is a terrorist organization, and if Canada is funding Antifa...
Sorry, this is not new. This has either been stipulated on, or this has been stipulated on at the very least for a long fucking time. This is not fucking new. What the fuck? This has been at the very least a stipulation. I'm not saying it's fucking true, but people have at least said this. So is there like more information? A lawyer alleges federally funded Canadian anti-hate network has aided Antifa-aligned groups that are compiling private dossiers on citizens via Discord. I mean, agent provocateurs can sully any freedom movement. And I'd rather have the ethos than a name of anything. Like if tomorrow someone says veganism is an act of blah-de-blah, I'm just gonna be like, well, I mean, I mostly just fucking talk about like being fucking kind and shit, so eat my ass crack. I'm not trying to fucking levy harm and shit. What do I want to call myself instead? I'm gonna call myself a fucking unicorn, bitch. Let's go.
Are we at war with Canada? Yeah, like, dude, are we gonna be making them the 51st state, like, whether they like it or not, kind of thing? Like, I don't know, man. No, but there is actually something wrong with Canada. Canada's gone so far left that they're actually falling off the fucking cliff.
Discord chat platform scrutinized in Kirk assassination used Canadian leftist networks to circulate political target files. Lawyer alleges federally funded Canadian anti-hate network has aided Antifa-aligned groups that are compiling private dossiers on citizens via Discord. You cannot make this stuff up.
That's crazy.
Canada, Trudeau is funding.
Dude, I love that he doesn't even know that Trudeau is not even the Prime Minister of Canada anymore. Oh my god, dude. I love that he doesn't even know. Like, dude, that's amazing. Like, he is such an irrelevant guy. Mark Carney, the current Chinese puppet person in charge of Canada, actual fucking joke of a guy, like, literally terrible human, in my opinion. Like, that guy's in charge of Canada right now for some reason. And the funniest part is no one even knows that he's, like, there. Like, no one even knows he's real. No one even, like, heard of him, even though he's literally the leader of the country that's literally our neighbors. I saw a pretty amazing, I have to find you this clip. I saw a really funny clip.
I fell for it again.
I will take
My
this
bad.
opportunity to make fun of Canada, yes. Fuck, I can't find it. Damn it, I can't find it. He had, like, this whole clip where he totally forgot who the guy in charge of Canada was. I can't find it now. Anyway, whatever, we'll do that later.
Antifa. This proves the element of foreign support. And
that's it.
As much as we may or may not view our
that's
Canadian
the
brothers as
line.
foreign, that is a foreign country.
Oh my fuck, I see how they're drawing the delineation. The group has to have a power structure and foreign support. Okay. That's how they're able to delineate a terror group. Oh, okay. Because then they can have financial fucking punishments on, like, they're going to be financial ramifications and ramifications for the financial enablement of it. Oh, I see how that's being painted now. Okay. I mean, I was gonna just blasely say dope, but the dope was because I was, like, glad I put 2 and 2 together. Not because, like, I'm never glad when people are, like, fucking sad, but I was gonna say dope because I'm like, I put something together, I feel like I did a good thing with my brain. Hey, George, I think I did a good thing. Hey, George, I thought good.
I do think that Isaac deserves to get his ass beat.
Let the church say amen.
Amen! I do think that. I 100% think that. And I know people are like, oh,
My brain works
violence
today.
doesn't solve everything. Violence solves a lot of things, I think.
Based?
I'm sorry?
Based and red pilled? It's based and red pilled. Do you know what that means?
I don't.
Oh, it's like, that's dope.
Sorry, every time I say dope, I think of that one fucking meme. I'm, like, broken. I'm sorry. I'm like a meme wagon. I fucking suck.
And we are not to support the radical leftist views of Canada. And
Facts, literally facts, bro, spitting straight fire. You could, honestly, you know the craziest part? You could designate Antifa not just as a terrorist organization, you could designate them as a forest terrorist organization, a foreign terrorist organization.
Goddamn.
If money is funding
Holy shit,
them
man.
literally from a foreign land.
you're trying to support American far left organizations, right? That is a big deal. This is a massive deal. And I think it's more than enough justification to do this. By the way, they get a lot of money from Germany too. Germany sends a lot of money to Antifa.
This is crazy. This literally should not happen. I'll be honest, I really fucking feel like these people, like the globalists, as some call them, like the fucking people that are trying to destroy Western civilization with invasion of leftist bullshit, like these people are fucking evil. Like, they're so evil. They see that the United States is pushing back against this leftist regime agenda, and they're just like, yeah, we need to fucking kill these guys. We need to fucking get rid of them immediately. We need to literally fund terrorist organizations to make your life hell. This is crazy.
Money coming in. And that's huge, because stopping the money flow is the best thing that this does. Let's talk about that. This is the authority that they used to designate the cartels. Look at this. You can literally replace the word cartel with Antifa and copy paste the word Antifa over cartel, and this works. Let's read this for a second. Okay. This order creates a process by which certain, let's say Antifa, right, and other organizations will be designated as FTOs, right? Or specifically global terrorists consistent with AIPA, right? International cartel.
It's fine. I see where it fell apart. I got nervous in the last two moves. I was out of a heal. I couldn't see the marker because the P&P window's over it for like my recharge on my thing. So I'm just like, when's it gonna recharge? And I'm like freaking out about that and just chilling. And like, I see why it fell apart. It's fine. We're gonna go in, and I don't have to pay the most attention to this dude. We're gonna stomp him. Actually, no, I'm going with this sword. I'm switching it up. I'm just switching swords for a bit. We have our little curved sword, which I like the moveset of a lot, but it's not like the greatest. It's pretty good, I'll tell you that much. It's not like astonishing, but it's really fucking good. And then we have like our other baby, which I like to think of as like an execution wagon. It's like, it's got long reach. It's dope. I like it. I'm not gonna play the meme again, I swear. For now, this one time. And I'm very used to it. I use it a lot. I really like it. It's very a fun weapon to use. But I'm gonna swap to the curved one because I don't use it much. I kind of want to. My favorite are like the ring pommel movesets. They're like super good. I'm not gonna switch to that one. I was grabbing this, but it's like I need to level up other weapons. Most of my like this, the iron spetum is going to be like amazing. That attack, when it's not just level 1, is going to be fucking bananas. It's level 1 right now. It's got B in fucking fire, D in earth, and none in metal. But I can't find a fire, earth, metal spread weapon yet anyway. And I'm gonna have to do some like armor combo stuff to get that. But those are like a good spray of elements to like be able to like, hold on, I need to show you something. Hold on, this is like a relevant tangent. I'm so sorry. This is like super important for this. Hold on. It's super duper important. Duper duper, what's in here? Duper duper. Armor releases. This is a mod for the thingy so we can have better resolution. Okay, cool. Graphic away. Okay, cool. So I'm a noob. I don't know what I'm doing and I could be fucking up. But here's why I'm doing this. So I'm playing metal and earth by happenstance. No one told me to. I chose to. So what counters metal and earth? Well, wood, right? And oh, did I fuck this up? Okay, so metal's countered by fire and metal is countered by fire, but counters wood. And earth, so let's just say metal is countered by fire, right? So I'm metal and earth, so I get countered by fire and wood. Okay, but now what counters wood? Metal counters wood. So earth counters wood. Sorry, wood counters earth and metal counters wood. Okay, so where am I like having a big opening? Well, I'm gonna have to now worry about, I fucked this up. Wait, did I? Goes there, there's there. Fire gets my metal. Okay, metal can snap wood. I don't have this. I think I might have wanted to go water. I'm just not having I'm kind of having a moment of like, oh, I done fucked. You can respec really easily. I'm new to this. I'm fine to mess up. You can respec super easily. It's a really fun game. I super duper like it. No one told me how to build my character. I'm figuring it out myself. I like doing it. I don't know where I am. I don't know how far the game goes. I know that there's good PvP and it's fun and it's punishing and I love it and it's super sick and I want to, it's so good. Oh, it's so fun.
Places with Antifa.
So nice.
Antifa constitutes a national security threat beyond that posed by traditional organized crime.
Literally facts. I agree. They're trying not only to kill us, but they're trying to subvert the actual culture of our nation. I really do think that that is terrorism.
That's true. Convergence between Antifa and a range of extra hemispheric actors from designated foreign terrorist organizations to antistic foreign governments. This is true.
This is crazy.
This is true. And I hate to say it, but even Canada, if they're helping, they're an antagonistic foreign government. I'm sorry.
I totally agree. This is terrifying. Holy shit. Dude, so that means Hassan Piker supports another add another one to his list of terrorist supporters he supports.
There you go.
Bro, Houthis, Hamas, Hezbollah, fucking Tren de Aragua and Antifa.
That's what I meant earlier when I said, like, no, he's probably, like, just not caring that those, like, it doesn't matter at the moment if he's trying to, like, you know, prod people over Antifa's inclusion. It matters that he's like also referencing other shit that he's not directly engaging at the time earlier. And if you get whipped up into a fervor, you're going to be tired when the rest comes. That's all.
Bro, big five. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Once again, I love Canadians. That's nothing against Canadians, but it's against the government, right? The government is acting as an antagonistic foreign government. If they are funding radical groups that are engaging in terrorism in the United States.
Dude, I'm so glad I left Canada.
Right? Are they engaged in complex adaptive systems, characteristic of entities engaged in insurgency and asymmetric warfare? Yes. They're using the same strategy of
Absolutely.
insurgency.
This is insurgent asymmetric
Too
warfare.
fast.
It's
Went too hard.
people that engage in violence, that, you know, they mask up, they cover their identities, they blend in with the crowd, they come in, they attack shit, they vandalize shit, they push people, they do riots and protests to try to undermine our actual ideology with theirs. No, absolutely,
Buffering.
dude. Absolutely.
In asymmetric warfare. And have they infiltrated into foreign governments in the Western Hemisphere? Yes. All those things would match.
I know it's
Yes! Holy shit! I didn't look at it from that perspective, but Antifa literally could be categorized exactly the same way as the cartel. Exactly the same way as the cartel. Damn! That's a really, really good take, actually. Holy crap. Anyway, it's very funny because the left, once again, they are gaslighting the public. They are claiming that Antifa does not exist, right? It's not an organization. It's an ideology. They hate fascists, guys. So, it's not like an organization. They think we forgot all the blue-haired, trans, furry kids burning city streets down, attacking our federal buildings for years. Bro, don't believe your own eyes, they tell you. Don't believe your own eyes. What are you fucking talking about? Really? You don't think this is a terrorist organization? Like, come on, dude. What game are we playing? Like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I am fucking sorry, dude.
Now we're
this
pushing.
shit's gotta go immediately.
We
Smash
weren't pushing
fascism.
earlier.
Every
Now we're
single
going
one.
hard.
And they're making our nation unsafe. They are radicalizing people to commit acts of
It's gonna be rough.
violence.
We're doing it.
Like, dude, like, terrorist recruitment is happening in our nation by these people. They are recruiting terrorists. Now, you're gonna tell me it's a coincidence that the guy that killed Charlie Kirk was part of the American Democratic Socialist Party, and the guy that murdered the 2 Israeli staffers in Washington, D.C. was also part of that same Democratic Socialist Party? You're telling me that 2 of the most prominent terrorist attacks in the United States of the last 1 year were both perpetrated by people in the same fucking group? You're telling me that there isn't an actual terrorist recruitment problem in the United States? Like, what an actual joke. Unbelievable. Dude, I saw the memes. The memes have been absolute cinema, though. We can now drone strike Antifa. Absolute cinema. Oh, yeah, absolute cinema, dude. We can now drone strike Antifa. This is true. Me and my boys hunting Antifa in Seattle. Obviously, we want no violence, but we do appreciate comedy because we're not leftists. So
I do like a
this
good
is
joke.
amazing. Now, if you look, American Antifa is an almost entire domestic network, but they do maintain links with Antifa in Canada and Europe. The Secretary of State Marco Rubio should consider declaring the international manifestations of Antifa as foreign terrorist entities into the United States. For example, this is German Antifa, taking over Leipzig city center and carrying out mass attacks on the public to intimidate judges and prosecutors. All right? You're telling me this is not terrorism? I mean, obviously, the march plus the attacks. Like, the game's over. We see it.
So when I keep whinging and saying that, like, but one agent provocateur can pervert the whole goal of a freedom movement, I stand by it. Like, but what do you do when that happens? Because I don't join cliques. I just kind of do me and just chill. Like, I put my time into local policy. I help my community. I talk with the nice ladies at the ballot box. I go out and I help people, and I do things to impact those around me in the ways that I can to alleviate suffering and harm the best I can. Like, I just do it by being a kind bitch that likes to clean and work hard. And I'll volunteer, and I'll smile, and I'll do my best. And that does a lot. I'm not trying to say what you should or shouldn't do, but I wouldn't join or espouse a group anyway, period, if I were to have, and this were to be the outcome. I'd probably just not care about the name of it, and I'd just do me the whole time. That's why I keep saying, like, what if people liked the same to veganism like tomorrow? What would I do? Just keep doing me and not give a fuck about the delineation in the same way. Because, like, you know, I'm the first, like, I have unpopular vegan opinions, first off. I'm the first to be like, oh yeah, I have recycled wool skirts from the 70s. And some people hate that. I have thrifted Uggs. Why is that fine? Well, I'm not directly supporting the company's acts. And I'm still getting the thing because it's cute, but I'm not, like, helping them do that. And I'm getting it because it's made, and it's sitting there, and it's waiting, and it's gone through its initial sale, and it's not incentivizing them to continue it. It's just like, it's there, it's waiting, and I will treat it with love and reverence and respect, and I know what happens to get there. And I can have the reverence for what we've done and what happens, and see it in its totality. And, meh. Like, I see what happens, and I just look at it, and I'm aware. I've had a not vegan dude tell me that that was a bad optic look, and to which he was one of the first people IRL to hear me flash about like how I don't give a fuck about optics. This man had tried to go on a date with me, and then he's like, well, I don't think they're gonna like seeing a vegan in fucking like Uggs, because optics. And I just plop the fuck off. Like, I don't give a goddamn merry fuck about goddamn piss fucking optics. If they're that fucking ignorant, why the fuck would I care about their fucking opinion? They're obviously got trash opinions and trash logic. I don't give a fuck. Like, this man tried to date me, and that's what he pulled out of me, is like the unabashed, I don't give a fuck bitch. Suffice it to say, I did not, like, he tried, but he wanted to fuck, and I was like, you're getting a fucking STI test first, if nothing else. And he was like, okay, sure. And he never did it. And so I just was like, well, I have double reason to not give a fuck. One, you're a fucking wuss. And secondly, you're not going to do the bare minimum. And I already got mine by that point, by the way. I scheduled an appointment. I got mine done. I had my little paperwork. And I'm like, I said I was a clean person. Here's my clean bill of health. They put cotton swabs in every part of my body. Okay? I had been like thoroughly fucking swabbed and scanned and fucking sterile investigated. Like, there was not an ounce of me that they don't know. I got blood work done while I was there. I went hard. Like, I got my whole fucking shit looked at. I was being doubled. That's how I am as a person. I usually care about my health anyway. And I do that, like, camera froze, sorry. I do that kind of thing if I am, like, asked out and someone wishes to try to, like, you know, stick it in me. I generally do that shit anyway. So I always do that shit anyway. So whatever. I never had the talk. No one gave a fuck about me. I had to teach myself, and my friend helped teach me. My friend was kind of sad that my pathetic ass was like, didn't know shit when I was like in my early 20s. So my friend took me around and made me learn the boring shit. And I was super happy and excited to learn. So it wasn't boring to me. Lol, not sorry.
Over, we're not playing the games. But they hit you with the word games. So anyway, this is Brian Steen saying, I am Antifa. I think you should go to jail for this, honestly. It's time for jail. Time for jail.
I mean, at this moment, this is what I mean, is like people that pop off now are going to get themselves rounded the fuck up. And I'm not here celebrating it. I'm just identifying it. Much like when like people were trying to burn police stations. I was like, this is going to cause martial law. I wasn't happy martial law happened. I just saw it coming a mile out. I knew it. I understood they were going to underserve communities that they thought they were there supporting. The people they thought they were there to support are the ones they hurt the most. Through misaction and poor action. Like, I never... you know, was never glad. It's just like pretty fucking obvious because like I'm old and I know how shit works. I guess I don't fucking know. I'm old and I know how shit works. So it's like a very, oh yeah, no, this is a no shit duh. Yeah, they're gonna get martial law. Yeah, you're gonna be fucking over. You're saying you're doing it for like people who are fucking marginalized, but now they're put at risk and now you're gonna make their lives hell and martial law. And there are people who are like, no, it's not gonna happen. Sure as fuck did. I'm an old fucking random bitch on the internet. It's not hard to be an old bitch and have an occasionally accurate take sometimes. It's just hard to be a kind person, apparently.
Hell, sorry, bro. I don't make the rules. It's just a terrorist organization, I guess. Oh, well. And people are going to say that I'm insincere for saying this. I shouldn't be saying these things. He shouldn't be saying his things. What do you mean? He's declaring that he's part of a terrorist organization. We should put him away. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Sorry. So, anyway, retards on Twitter decided to pop out of the woodwork. I love it when they do this. Terrorism expert here. Please. Terrorism expert here. You cannot designate an idea as a terrorist group. Like, dude, bro, they're literally fucking getting funded from separate...
And again, as somebody who got called that word by a doctor when I was a kid, the doctor didn't know no better and was using like some old ass nomenclature, sent me on my way and let me have a hell of a life as a result of it. Like, I still don't justify being shitty to people who say that, right? Like, if you become shitty to people because they say something, then you're only enabling shitty behavior. Just don't do it. If you don't get behind it, have the compunction and wherewithal to just not do it, right? Don't look at someone else doing a foul thing and be like, I'm gonna do it back at them. That's a very loser fucking mentality, bro. That's all. It's like, it's how we enable negative cycles. When people say break the cycle, like, as a person who's had a weird fucking life, I'm saying it's not that hard to break a goddamn cycle. Just don't let it happen. Don't enable it. Don't cause it on others. Accept that it hurts and don't do what hurts you or those you love upon other people. It's that fucking easy. You do that, world gets better real quick. That's all. Sorry to
do
whinge, but
organized
goddamn.
attacks. Like, dude, literally shut the fuck up.
It's an easy point for me to bitch
There
at.
is no organization called Antifa. There's no leadership.
gonna
or funding
keep happening.
Liar. There is no membership. There's also no law in America to charge terrorism. Ask Luigi. Bro, literally not the same thing. The argument against Luigi being a terrorist is that his violence was not a political act. But Antifa is a political act. This is literally fucking bullshit. So, like, we don't need to play these games, all right? What he is doing here is setting the stage to designate any American as a terrorist. That's fascism. Anyone that says that's fascism immediately lost the fight, in my opinion. The argument's it's dead. It's dead, dude. If it's fascism, sir, why aren't you literally rebelling in the streets? How are you this comfortable posting what you feel like on social media if it's fascism? If it's fascism, they'll arrest you for tweets. Literally, fuck off. Don't care. Anyone that says it's fascism, their opinion means nothing. We've gotten to that point. We have. I'm sorry. We've gotten to that point. The guy said it's fascism when he murdered Charlie Kirk. Like, that is what you sound like right now. Antifa, when they hear a weird humming noise in the air. No! The are terrified! Look at the poor...
I just remembered I can charge my heavy attack while I'm guarding. Wingardium Leviosa. No, we're just gonna do this. Holy shit. I'm so sorry I'm bad at this game. Sorry I suck.
Anyway, it gets so much better.
One day.
They're repeating the Antifa isn't an organization line again. It's like we traveled into the past. They try again and again and again. So hard to make it sound like it makes no sense. How could you possibly...
Agent provocateurs get inside of every movement. What do you do when they do it? Because me personally, I just let them fucking cave it. And I let them cave the name if they really wish to fucking sully it up. Let them fuck around with the name of it. Let them fuck themselves and just, like, be kind to people as an individual. That seems to work for me. I don't know what the fuck you'll do, but, like, that's a silly streamer take on it. As someone who's had, like, you know, things she cares about fucking subjected to by people who don't hold my same beliefs but use the same name before, like, that's all I'm gonna really whinge about. I'm not saying you have to, not saying you should, not saying it's fun, fair, or appropriate. But that's how I've responded to this before. You know? Like, people use veganism as a way to, like, tell people they should make explosives and harm people. Those people make shit decisions, and we don't approve of them. But if those people got the whole freedom movement accused of doing that, I would just continue to be kind me and shit on the people who made that particular choice. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Piss. I was so close to healing myself. Gotta pee. Can I go pee? I'm gonna get a snack and piss. Intermission time. I'm not sorry. I'm gonna timestamp it in case I do make a VOD. I can, like, skip past it. I'm kind of currently just in a mood to, like, not at the moment. Like, I know I would like to make VODs again and edit them, like, but I'm also don't have the energy, not in the mood. And even if I were, I feel like writing off of a tragedy like a fucking shithead is best done if you can be tactful, respectful, and appropriate. And I think I'm still malty at the people who are wishing harm. And it's like, I can't go 10 seconds without taking a shit on them. So, oopies. So I'm just kind of like letting myself be a person. I'm trying to do what I say as well, I guess. I don't know. Literally treating others the way I want to be treated, I guess. I have no fucking clue. I'm moving this here. And I put a BRB in there so I can't lose it too much. I had to tinkle. I'm so sorry. Listen to me singing.
A person, I got moans.
Look at how happy I am. Look at how happy I am the second I'm given orange juice, a juice box, my contacts, which I have in right now, a chapstick, which I'm gonna go get when I get up, and a soda pop. I'm gonna get that. If I might get some pink lemonade. Oh my gosh, I can make fucking shitty jokes like no hate, no shame. But I do have pink lemonade. Oh, holy shit. I have pink fucking lemonade right the fuck now. I have a shitload of pink lemonade right now. Like a fuckload of it. Y'all, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta piss and get pink lemonade. In that order, with washing hands between the two. You should probably, like, get up and, like, I don't know, get a snack or a soda, get a water. I was gonna say get a water pop. Now get a sody pop. Get a water. Do something for you. I don't fucking know. Tell someone you know that it's appropriate to tell that you love them. I don't fucking know. Do something kind to yourself. I'll be right back. I gotta take a tinkle. Tinkle. Oh my gosh, where's my phone at? Speaking of telling people that we know we love them because it's appropriate too. I tell my friends I love them a lot. Like, especially, like, I don't know. I've, like, had my bestest friends for, like, over 10, 15 years now. And, like, I just usually tell them, hey, I love you, friend, like, every few days. I don't know. I'm a loser. Wait, that might actually hurt. Never mind.
I got
Put it away. We're fine. BRB, hold on.
24/7, 365.
Don't get
I got
lost.
cuddles. Don't need people. They're sheeple. I got cuddles. Every single day, they're mine. I got cuddles. This little goober won't let me down. I got cuddles. Come around and get the beat down. I got cuddles. Don't talk to me. I'm fucking busy. I got cuddles. 24/7, 365. I got cuddles. I don't need a guy because I got cuddles. Tired of the dames? Me too. I got cuddles. No heartbreak with this in my wake. I got cuddles. Smiling all day just cause you can. I got cuddles. Looking at me like I look big 'cause I got cuddles. Take those judgy eyes away 'cause I got cuddles. What the fuck are you doing, you goober? I got cuddles. Fuck your world, it's going down. I got cuddles. 24/7, 365. I got cuddles. I don't need a person. Oopie, oopie, oopie. Take those judgy eyes away 'cause I
have good taste. So I brought Barnum's, which just fucks the camera's white balance up entirely. So that was a warm color. So I need a cool color. Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right. All right. That's a warm color again. Oh, whatever. Fuck it. Besides, like, I've told President Sunday how I also have these octopus a lot of times as well. Like, I'm very noisy when I'm a chatter. I don't shut the fuck up. So homie knows that, like, both I appreciate him, but also that I also have this octopus. And, you know, no difference in analysis is going to take that away. Not in a million bajillion years. Anyways, hi. As long as you're kind and wise, you're my kind of person. That's all it really takes. It's pretty easy, I think.
Cut his penis off.
Wrong thing to play. Not that it's, like, not funny. It's just not I pushed pause play button on my keyboard, and I meant this.
Expect a lot of liberal and
And what I got was that.
left-wing media propaganda in the next few days about Antifa. They will say the movement doesn't organize into groups. How can you possibly declare it as a terrorist movement? Expect a lot of liberal and left-wing media propaganda in the next few days about Antifa. They will say the movement doesn't organize into groups. Those involved are peaceful. Racial justice activists simply opposed to fascism. They're lying. Again, this is another one of those things that, personally, there is no purpose to even arguing with these people. Arguing with them is inherently flawed. There is an inherent flaw to engaging in debate with these people, and the flaw is they killed Charlie Kirk with the fascist argument. They're still using it. They didn't learn from it. They killed our negotiator, and negotiations are officially over. Sorry, don't care, fuck you. Anyway, a YouTuber asked an Antifa protesters if they could explain to him what fascist is. This is absolute cinema. You have to see it, because, I mean, these are the Antifa people. They're fighting against fascism, right? They're not an organization. They're an ideology. Well, let's see what their ideology is.
Before he starts, I'm going to whinge about something. Okay, so there's a thing that oftentimes we're told to look for with NPD people, but it's actually just a people thing. When they use a word, but they don't know what the word means, but they use it for the emotional gravitas of using the word. You know, like, not to equate this to that, but when my ska listening to and playing friends in high school called a teacher a fascist, it wasn't an analysis of their beliefs. It was us trying to rile them up and piss them off. We knew what the word meant, is I guess the difference here, but it was used to piss the teacher off. There's a difference between that, I suppose, and sometimes my dad will say a word for emotional gravity, for the weight and heft of it. Actually, here's a better example. I dated somebody, and I told them they were being emotionally immature. I asked them to define that word. They could not define that word. They did not know that phrase. They did not know how to describe emotional maturity or emotional immaturity. You know what they did? They called me emotionally immature back, though. They didn't know what the fuck it meant. They just said it back to me because they were upset, and they wanted me to feel like they used a word that I used. They thought I used the word to be cruel, and they wanted to use it back to be cruel to me. They didn't know what it meant, though. It's not a thing that only NPD people do. It's a thing everyone does. It's just that with them, it happens so much that it's like used as like a thing we can look at in that constellation of shit. And with everyone else, it's just a thing that they're likely going to do at least a few times in their life, all the same. So it's a thing that you will all probably commit to or contribute to at some point, but you root it out in yourself, you work on it, you work on yourself, and you do good. That's it. Just do your best. I believe in you. I believe that you can do anything you put your mind to. I believe in you. Even if no one else does, I do. Some dumb bitch on the internet believes in you. Immensely. Be kind to people and always grow your mind. That's all the fuck I care about. Usually. Not only, but like, it's the big thing for me. It's the like big ones that if I could plead for, I'd always plead for. Okay. 3, 2, I'm gonna sit more.
Do you think that they're fascist?
Yeah.
And if you don't mind me asking, what is a fascist?
Fascist? Oh my god, my brain just blanked. I'm like, I don't have the right word for it.
That's fine. I just want to know, because I'm young. I just want to be educated. I want to be educated.
Fascist, yeah. More so, it's like just like about being rooted in like believing like that they are like bad. Like it comes from like being better. It comes from like wanting to like. Oh my god, my words are blanking on me right now. I've been screaming too much.
What is a fascist?
Now, for what it's worth, man on the street interviews are usually selecting for the most unequipped people to sell a narrative. But without quoting Eckhart, how do you define fascism?
If you had to, like, you know, educate the youngins watching.
Like in a Jesus. Yeah, no, in a quick one too. I'm like, bro. Jesus. We've been screaming too long, brain.
Jesus.
No, you can't have Eckhart for this. You can't have Roberto. You have to do it yourself. If you do it in your own words, that satisfies the exercise. Otherwise, it's fine. I'm not really here to tell you what to do with your life.
You guys been screaming too long? You need some water. It's fine. I understand.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what we're dealing with. Yep. I'm really glad we're here. Yep. So anyway, you're going to tell me that these people aren't part of a terrorist organization? You're going to tell me that these people aren't in a terrorist organization? They absolutely are. They so are. They're fucking marching. They're not anti-fascist, ideologically speaking, because they don't even know what fascism is. How can you be an ideology that is based on being the counter of an ideology that you don't even understand? So obviously they're part of a group, part of a movement, but they're not actually even remotely part of an ideology because they're fucking retarded. So anyway,
I mean, to be fair, but this framing, someone mentioned earlier that like the president was trying to set people up for thought crimes. To be fair, there are a lot of citizens in the States who feel they've already been set up for thought crimes. It may not be you, but there are people who have, just because they think they sense a right leaning in people, they do it, aggress them verbally, they might do it physically. There was a representative that was hurt because of their perceived beliefs, not their espoused beliefs, not what they held in their heart, but because someone thought they weren't left enough. Like, this is not an appropriate thing to do. It'll never be appropriate. No one should ever be harmed to coercion of anyone or group. That said, analysis is fun. I don't know what else to say. That's it. That's all.
Absolutely insane that we're even playing this game. So this is retard number 1 who has no idea what she's talking about. You know, making believe that fascism is just some sort of nebulous thing where you think you're better than other people, which has nothing to do with fascism actually at all. Literally has nothing to do with it at all. Fascism is this idea. Whatever. You know what fascism is. I don't.
We can go get Roberto Eckhart if you really want.
And
it's
then you
fine.
have the
We can
second
go
one that
like blow
says,
him today.
Jesus is fascist, which just means congratulations.
He was a good hippie lad.
Your college
What?
taught you to.
No, he was a good Hebrew boy who believed in uplifting others, even at the expense of himself. He embodied a lot of the really cool tenets of the literature. It's that the people who fetishize him and didn't listen to him sometimes, like, evoke some other shit. But, like, for what it's worth, he didn't want to be worshipped. He didn't want a system to fucking worship him. Bro wanted to just, like, chill. He wanted to just be a person. He just wanted to, like, have people... He wanted to just do. From the stories that were told. Bro, from the narrative architected, he didn't want to be worshipped. So the whole ethos of there being a faith called Christianity seems to go, and I thought this when I was like talking to a priest and I told him this, and we never really went beyond it. So just whatever, just hear me whinge about this. If you read what he says and you go and you follow it, he wouldn't have wanted to be fetishized or objectified above others, if I'm understanding correctly. The very nature of there being an ideology that is Christianity that worships him as opposed to and keeps him in a pantheon as opposed to just worships God and says that he is just a dude is opposed to his very fucking belief. Like, he was a good fucking not pushing for false ideologues kind of good fucking Hebrew boy from all of the literature about him. So I don't get that shit. Also, the whole ethos of there being a religion called Christianity seems to go directly against his dying wishes of just being called the Son of Man, not the Son of God. Just being a man, a dude, a person, just like everyone else. Any of that does go against it. So no, he was very far apart from that. He was actually very fucking bro, y'all, he was a good lad. Don't have false idols or otherwise don't idealize people anyway. He would have been down with both, it seems like. I feel like if you go by the actual written word of him, I feel like honestly, and this is something I thought when I was little itty bitty, it felt like Islam and Judaism paid better respect to his wishes. I'm not even kidding. He didn't want to be worshipped, if I read correctly, right? And he didn't want to be fucking held above others. And he didn't want to be called anything special outside of just a child of man and a person. He just wants to be a fucking person. So I just don't get it. Whatever though. He would have, from my understanding, his goal would have actually been to rally against the fucking worship of him as just in general. And I respect that because I also would rather die without renown. Honestly, it kind of sounds being fucking up people's ass. They tend to misappropriate your fucking memory when you die anyway. So I just couldn't imagine wanting it. And I just he sounded like a cool lad who was very would have vibed with that, I like the stories of him. He's written charming, that's all I'm getting at. He's written to be a charming lad, to which I can respect. That's all. And again, I'm not a faithful person. I'm a faithless fucking heathen, but I have reverence for the faithful people because I have criticism for the faiths as organizations, but I still love the faithful people. So, whatever. Anyways.
Religion. Hate faith, hate God. Classic, love that. So anyway, it's just every single fucking time. These people don't know what they're talking about.
For ages.
I bet you that you're gonna get the same reaction every time someone's in a Free Palestine protest to ask them about anything that's going on in the Middle East. They have no fucking idea. Not even a clue. So anyway, let's look at the one of the last moments of President Joseph Brandon. Let's see what he had to say. This is him giving the Medal of Freedom. The Medal of Freedom is awarded to George Soros. To George Soros. #1 fucking donor of Antifa, a terrorist organization, got the Medal of Freedom.
Born into a Jewish family, George Soros escaped Nazi occupation to build a life of freedom for himself and countless others around the world. Educated in England, he settled in America as he became an investor and philanthropist supporting key pillars of open societies, rights and justice, equity and equality, freedom now and in the future.
Wow.
His inspiring generosity reminds us all of our capacity and our obligation to stand up to the abuse of power and to be guardians of democracy and all people yearning to be free.
So, essential chairman of Antifa over here, congratulations, gets the Medal of Freedom. Dude, there's literally, it's fucking insane, dude. I can't believe the woke Jews would do this. Absolutely diabolical. Anyway, so this is what Antifa has been chanting in London. All right, so this is London Antifa. Here's what they had to say. Again, let's see if these are people that we need to unite with. Because remember, the government is, the media is telling us now is a time for unity. Both sides have problems.
It's always been a time for unity. However, it's also a time for justice.
Here they're singing Charlie Kirk is in a box. Fight Trump, no to war, racism, capitalism. It's Antifa chanting Charlie Kirk's in a box. Yeah, so anyway, aside from sounding pretty awful and gay,
the analysis from
really
Mr. Trump makes a bit more sense with the context of
evil. I fully agree
agent
with this, and there will not
provocateurs.
be any unity with these people. I do think that this is terrorism in a sense. Yes, it's freedom of speech. Yes, I don't want people being arrested for freedom of speech. All right, don't get me wrong. I don't want to just see people arrested for free speech.
I mean, hold the front door. I'm the first to scream there's freedom of speech, not freedom from consequence. I do well understand and respect that there are things you can say, but you will receive consequences for. There are if you threaten a person, if you if you threaten a person's life and they have reason to believe that they might be in harm's way, I do think you should have punishment for that. I don't think there should ever be freedom to do that. And to be quite frank, I didn't know that up until I didn't know that in the 80s, you stopped being able to, because there was a kerfluffle about can you burn flags, can't you burn flags. It was against regs. Then, what was it, 40s happened, then 80s, then 40s happened and it was fine, then 80s happened and it was a back and forth. And my personal thought is I like how South Korea does it. In South Korea, if you burn any flag, you go to jail. And I like that, actually. I think if you burn a Brazilian flag, you should get the same year in jail as if you burn a US flag. If you burn a... Okay, now if you burn a Jolly Roger, that's actually fine. Because we read the specific wording of it, right? And you can burn a Jolly Roger. You just can't burn any nation's ideology or symbology. That's different, right? So you can burn a Jolly Roger. Fuck, who cares? But that's like a thing that I entirely stand by and support. Like, there should be ability to speak, but actions aren't just talking. Like, there are some actions that do more than just words. And I just don't have space for that one, honestly. I just don't give a fuck. I will never have space for that. I don't give a fuck. I don't think it's fine. I never have, and I never will. I've always thought that was entirely repugnant and just okay. I wouldn't disgrace or disrespect anyone's symbology in such a way. I'd go against the individuals who do fucked up shit, and I just give them a piece of my fucking mind, because that always works. It tends to bring people together too. That's the time for talking. It's how we use that. It's how we levy it, and it's how we marshal it. Other shit, whatever. Sorry, my phone beeped, and I'm seeing if it's super important. What? Okay, fine. What? What? Wait, hold on. Sorry, my phone bill costs less now and I'm confused. That's all. Never mind. I'm sorry. I forgot what I did. I remember now. Sorry. I broke myself. I was like, what the fuck? No, it's because my phone bill costs less. Oh, I know why now. It's because I'm like a clever gal, I guess. Also, give me but a sec. I think... Oh my gosh. Hold on. 1 second. I'm being a loser. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Nope, I gotta do this. It's important. Ah, I mistyped. Wait, what screen am I on? This one. Okay, cool beans. Sorry, like, someone mentioned, like, the efficacy of lockdown mode on iOS, and I, like, checked it, and apparently if you toggle it, it resets the who you've talked to with it on or not. So it's like, you haven't talked to your friends yet, and so now I had to, like, message a friend and be like, what? It said it didn't send me a thing you sent, so I'm like, what the fucking? Oh well, whatever. We move?
All right, obviously. If you're celebrating the murder of an innocent man, then you are endorsing, and in my opinion, inciting the murders of other innocent men. If you don't...
I will never be okay with wishing for harm for anyone, so... I'm gonna go to the Doom soundtrack. That one goes super hard. Like, that's like, if anything's gonna get me in the mood to, like, go and slay this man on this horse, I'm gonna make this man dismount his horse to Doom.
One stood. He chose the path of perpetual torment.
Damn right.
In his ravenous hatred, he found no peace, and with boiling blood, he scoured the umbral plains, seeking vengeance against the Dark Lords who had wronged him. And those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Doom Slayer.
Smells so good. It's Barnum's and they smell divine.
Like them. In the previous clip, we saw someone say Jesus is fascist because they think that if you have basic conservative values, they could kill you.
Jesus didn't have basic conservative values. Jesus had values that it's really hard to fucking align with any modern day fucking analyses. Bro was told in stories to be like a dude, depending on like what codification you're reading as well, like what book you're reading, because like there's multiple revisions of this shit, right? But brought up a Catholic bitch, or at least around Catholic people, and brought up next to the church and shit. Like, bro came out like he was a good one. You know, he was just a hard-working dude, wanted to work hard, do for others around him, didn't want to be worshipped, just wanted to be treated like a normal person. And it's always like, ever since I was ooper little and I would talk to priests about it, it always felt very weird that people disrespected his desire. And I spoke to Catholic priests about it and they were fine with this analysis. I don't know what else would agree. I don't know what other people would say. But the whole line of Christianity, as opposed to just like doing your best outright, seems to directly oppose his request. It doesn't matter as long as you're kind, mindful, and you do the do. It's just that historically, I can see why that would have been like against what he wanted. And contemporarily, I don't think it matters. But historically, I can see how it did. Like contemporarily, I can't give you shit for it. Historically, I can look at them and be like, what the fuck were you doing? That's all. So my contemporaries, you're fine. You're not who I guffaw at. Oh, I fucked it up. I wasn't locked on. Oh my gosh, I'm such a bad gamer. Oh well, fuck it.
They could kill you, and they will celebrate your deaths. These are not people to unify with. These are fucking retarded radical assholes. And with all due respect, it is over.
He's gonna keep taking shots.
We've moved past this, and so is.
And I'm gonna keep listening while he's taking shots, because when a man says he's in pain, you ought listen. If you tune people out because their pain makes you not listen, that's fine, but I'm not gonna do that. Because then I'd be blind to the pain of people that I like, you know, just in general, and that doesn't seem very helpful for me. And I can avoid, like, I don't have to do it, so if I can act how I think I ought to act, I ought to do that. No ifs, ands, or buts, no other people's involvement, no giving a fuck about how other people, like, engage with it. Just, for me, if I think I can, like, be a kind goofer, I think that's the right thing to do for me as an individual, and I'm gonna do it. So, man says he's in pain, even if you don't like how he says some things, just fucking listen to the men who say they're in pain. Like anyone else, really, just, if someone's like, hey bitch, I'm in pain, listen to me. Come to me, I'll fucking listen. I'm not gonna treat you different for other reasons.
Trump, obviously. If you ever needed another reason not to buy the Ghost of Yote
I'll treat you for your choices and your decisions and your actions.
I'm Antifa. So is
Nothing
my wife.
else.
This is perfect. This is literally all of the things. All right, part of a terrorist organization, part of the LGBT community, which you could argue is a terrorist organization. The T in LGBT stands for terrorist. All right, anyway,
in Russia,
the point
it
that I'm
does.
trying to make is this seeped in fucking everywhere. It seeped in everywhere. It seeped into all forms of culture, and it's insane. Portland is like a third world country. Watches an Antifa militant hits a federal cop in the face with a board. Like, dude, this is insane. What the fuck is this? Anyway, the cop beats the shit out of him. Look at this fucking terrorist squealing on the street. Look at the overwhelming peaceful protest. Now, again, we can play this game as much as you want. One of the major arguments is that it's a peaceful movement. It's not. Fuck you. So, Hassan Piker keeps cooking. He keeps cooking.
To himself.
All right? I already showed this tweet. He says anti-fascism is an action, not an
He's
organization.
an agent provocateur to a freedom movement, if you ask me as well, though. Because there's a freedom movement that aligns with, that he tries to align himself with, that he detriments for his actions as an individual.
Said,
if
so
you
for
want my
anybody
take.
in Seattle who's planning on going to the Christian rock concert this week, this Antifa piece of shit is one of the organizers who gathered his little fuck minions to assault Christians at gatherings multiple other times.
How dare
This is
they?
supposed to be a family event, and they are coming to incite violence. Be careful. Be safe. Just watch this clip.
A Christian hate group is performing...
By the way, a Christian hate group just means a Christian group. Just want to make this clear. According to them, all Christianity is hate because they have morals, and these people hate morals. They are actually anti-moral, so anything with morals is
Just never
inherently
with
a hate
harm.
group because...
Just don't ever plan to cause harm and me to be cool with it. Just for anybody. Ever. Doesn't matter who you are. That's all. That's all I've got for this. I think that's all that need be said.
You know, morals mean you can't fucking do whatever the fuck you want in reality, and there are, in fact, some bad things. Antifa is promoting an ideology where there are no bad things. Everything is moral as long as you want it to happen. So this is exactly what's going on here. So Nectatu McGee is saying it's a Christian hate group, and that's literally just because it's a Christian group with basic morals. That is literally what he's saying. Do not let them play the game with you, okay? Do not let them play the game.
Weapon switch.
All right, that's how you win. You win by not even letting them play. Don't debate.
And again, that's why if people get all heated over how he's engaging this, like, I'm just gonna continue to go with, don't get goaded into, like, you know, don't get goaded. Just, like, he's gonna pop off. He's been in pain. He's been crying for help. A lot of people aren't aware of the misinformation he's had to go through. And just, like, you know, yeah, he's gonna wild out while he's having his little generational victory lap. Much like when people who are, like, you know, doing, like, other shit, do their shit, I'm generally gonna be like, okay, give them space and consideration for some of it, but, like, he's just mad at people and trying to make them lash out, I think. Like, that's different than wishing harm on people. If you're saying that people can go, like when he does something, like, that is on the edge, possibly, like, you know, let's say that you consider him saying, like, the T in LGBT stands for terrorists to be, like, a harmful act. Well, he's still not, like, wishing for harm on people, and he's still, like, standing by, like, courts and stuff, so... Is he really doing the same as the people that he's critiquing, or is he trying to, like, fuck with people and make them compromise themselves emotionally in a way that might get them to... Because, bruh, I think that's the ethos of being a fucking triggered person, is you, like, compromised emotionally and you can't fucking think straight, and you react in an inappropriate way because of emotional compromised states. I don't know. I need to, like, reset this. Hold on. I love that it can, like, it's not technically a 2-tap me, but I love that it can, like, 4-tap me, but it's a 1-2 and a 1-2. I like that. This is why I love this game. I love any game where I get killed if I fuck up even a second. Those are my favorite. I don't like forgiving games. I don't like to run through games and feel like a gwad. I want to struggle so I can strive, so I can succeed, so I can excel, so I can have fun.
Hey, is it a Christian hate group? Isn't it? It's not. They're using words to lie to you and manipulate you and control you. It's not true.
See how the music made me that happy?
Right?
That
They
easy.
consider saying that abortion is murder as a hate group. They consider saying that, you know, let's say you can't become another gender. They consider that as a hate group. They, you know, anything immoral, according to faith, any faith, Christian faith, Jewish faith, any faith, if you have a moral code that's based in a higher power, they hate you and they want you dead.
Maybe. We'll see.
I reject your premise. Get the fuck out.
A Christian rock concert at Gaswork Park next week, August 30th. Show up and let them know how you feel.
Yeah, so basically, he's kind of inciting violence. He's like, all right, there's a Christian group there, let's go kill them. Obviously, he doesn't say that, obviously, but we saw the last time there was a big conservative gathering, and an anti-fascist showed up to that party. So I obviously corrected him. He said it's an Antifa piece of shit. I corrected him, you know, politely. It's actually Antifa terrorists. Or we got to start labeling them correctly. Labels matter. Obviously, they don't care about labels, but I care about labels because I believe in honesty and truth.
I, as a hard-working, silly britches person, care desperately about appropriate delineations of thing and subsetting things as best we can, because taxonomy is hard. And siphonophores don't need to be forgotten. And, you know, they definitely aren't fucking jellyfish. Or sea jellies, as we should better identify them, because they're not a fish. I'm
so
useless,
I think we
that's
just
fine.
gotta be realistic here. So, Hassan Piker, everyone's favorite terrorist.
This is what I was waiting for.
Terrorist supporter, had to say the following about Antifa.
I am an anti-fascist.
All right, drone strikes!
He didn't say that he's a member of a group. He just said his, like, leaning, which I think is, like, the goal, right? I'm not sure how it's going to get taken down in court time, but, like, this is what I've been whinging about. Like, if you have to abandon the name of a thing, that's different than having to abandon your ethos. And, like, that's... I don't know. I don't think that analyzing it the same really helps, so... I don't think we only live in a world where it'll be generalized. Unless only the common tongue gets a hand of it. Oh, I have to do the 1-2, then I can do that. 1-2, then retowel. Then 1-2, then retowel. Okay, cool. And we got that at the last second.
Trump! We fucking found one! Trump! No,
We got him, boys.
Obviously, we don't want him dead. We don't want him dead. But, no, we want him arrested.
You can send a stingray to him.
We have...
You can have a stingray follow him, and you can just intercept all his fucking messages if you want to, if that's really how you have to go. Then you can, like, go to court and see if he is or not. You know, there's a proper path forward. There's always been a proper path. If only Mitt Romney cared about that. As much as I'm like here to fucking like be like, Mitt's a cute one, Mitt's a cutie patootie some days. Like just being a kind little goofer. Mitt also makes some information security L's. That's okay. It's not like it's great. I wouldn't make them, but I'm like informed of a thingy. And I don't have like 10 billion other things to do like that, man.
Morals. So I only want him in jail.
Okay. Fuck this administration. This administration is a fascist one.
All right. So rhetoric like this killed Charlie Kirk, in my opinion.
Yeah, at this moment, it's not appropriate.
I feel like we really need to clamp down on this. So anytime someone does this shit, we need to immediately fucking...
But for what it's worth, I've never gone for calling people that. I've always been like, here's what they've done or haven't done. I will give them a grading litany of the things I've observed. I don't like surmising things into a word because it allows people who do inappropriate things to just like evade it through vagary and denial. And also it allows like for people to weaponize it in inappropriate ways with poor understanding of generalized stuff. So, I don't know. It's whatevs. You do you. I just never have called someone a fascist about like something in recent history. I've been like more like, hey, this is the policy, here's how it impacts people. And I'll just engage it appropriately and directly, I feel. Oop. Then again, I'm like a level 1 Souls player. I don't know what the fuck you want from me. I'm not like a person, I'm just a gamer. And you know, if you listen to game journalists, gamers aren't people. We're a problem. Lol. Said me with hyperbole in my fucking chest. Okay, I can unpause, but I have to like earn it. Hold on. I should have done that better, but there's recovery timings that I got stuck into. Oh my gosh. Hi, I can't. Hold on. I am nervous and I don't know their moveset entirely. Yes. Okay, go.
Recognize what's
happening.
I
know part of it.
Okay, we have to recognize what's going on. If they're calling you a Nazi, it means they will validate murdering you. And you have to realize, even if it is only a crazy person that kills you, all right? Even if it's only a crazy person that kills you, he's talking to millions of people. There are going to be thousands of crazies in his audience.
I grabbed
they will
my
kill you. They will celebrate your
projectile.
death.
I am an anti-fascist. What the fuck are we doing? What's
next? Don't forget, I got told I had, remember, I said it's inappropriate to wish people harm, and it's inappropriate to make safe places to call people, like to make safe places to make it unsafe for others. And I got told I had Nazi leanings for that because I upset, like if I said it at a different time, I would have been agreed with, but it's because a reaction to an emotionally heavy weighted thing made people wish to be cruel to me. And it's happened a lot. Like, I'm not saying it's only happened once or twice. Like, this has happened a lot. Like, and I don't think it makes everyone like this. But there are people who do misuse freedom movements to treat people like this and do act like this with freedom movements. And I hate to be an old brat about this, but don't I count as an elder yet? I'm old. Most people don't make it 3 decades, do they? I don't know. My kin don't make it that old. Can I be an elder yet? Most of my folks die pretty young. Can I? I want my ARP card. Give me my ARP card. Well, hi. Oops, missed my card. Okay, gosh. I missed my opening to build it enough.
Openly go, nope, we are a fascist government now?
I don't think so, because they're not. If they were, you'd be dead.
Gonna just say that? Is that what we're doing? Because anti-fascism is just fascism.
See, that's how they play the game every time. You see, I am an anti-bad guy, and you are a bad guy. If you are against me, then you are an anti-bad guy, which makes you a bad guy. That's the game that we're playing. I'm actually an anti-fascist, so if you're against it, that means you are a fascist. They use words in the most manipulative way ever. Bro, they forced us for years to call men women and women men. Words mean nothing. Your words mean nothing. You didn't get the memo. Your words are irrelevant.
Bro, don't say that right now. Oh, what the fuck? Get out of here, dude. Listen, you need to understand something, okay? These people are not strong. They're fucking weak. They fear
He's putting other people in a place where I wouldn't want to put people.
I agree. Hassan, keep calling yourself Antifa. Don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy. The people are weak. The people are weak. Like Sam Hyde, known for being weak, which is why you ducked him. Or me, known for being weak,
I
which is why
found
you
Sam
refused
Hyde's
to say my
comedy
name
recently.
or debate me. Giant pussy.
Okay, we have the numbers. There are Americans of.
Well, we have the numbers.
He does
yes,
body
we lost
comedy
the
a bit,
popular vote, but we
and he
have
touches
the numbers.
disgusting things.
Good conscience.
That's all I got.
Everywhere.
I saw him touch
We have
something
the
nasty like
conscience,
dirt.
which is why I
Don't touch
support
me.
the rape of Jewish women. That's Hassan Piker.
And because they're so fearful that if the people stand united,
Yeah, I don't think he gets it. Do you think he believes what he's saying? If he does believe what he's saying, I think he doesn't get it. I don't think he realizes how fucked he is. Like, dude, he should be paying attention to the how fucked is Hassan Piker franchise. I don't think he realizes how fucked he is.
they'll never be defeated, that they try to pick apart. They try to divide the masses.
I zoned out.
They try to make an example out of people.
Again.
Okay.
Yeah, like who? Dude,
Oh, well.
Can we just recognize that after they killed Charlie Kirk, instead of right-wing riots, which there were none of, there were left-wing riots. Do you realize how insane this is? How crazy is it that the reaction to them killing our guy is them attacking our guys? Because you're all
I just look at every person as my people, and I will never find it appropriate to attack any of my people, no matter how they divide and conquer themselves. Or divide themselves to be conquered, I suppose. Whatever. Just love people equally. Just want them to be okay. I'd give my world for it. Mr. Piker has been nothing shy of an agent provocateur to the freedom movements he swears that he espouses, causing what I think is negligence to cause fucking enabling of people to do fucking harmful shit. And he has been so very snide that he has accused people of things that are considered very hard, if not impossible, to forgive. So I'm just like, holy shit, y'all. Like, he's not a person to fucking, like, let get away with this shit. And I do hope that Congress gets him to sit down in front of them. Because I think that's been well over fucking due. I'm here for that. Like, him having to talk to Congress, best day ever. Like, that is actually totally legit by me. I don't think anything wild should happen. I think he should have to talk to them. Because he needs to deal with what they deem appropriate with Mitt fucking Romney dealing with sass. Because, like, I don't know. That man doesn't know how to work a computer some days. And I just like laughing when he can't work a computer. It's very funny. Not only funny, it's just like... I need to deal with this one. Early. Fuck me, I'm bad.
revolutionary LARPing shitbags. And honestly, I'm really happy you were designated as a terrorist organization.
Okay? And when institutions don't actually respond in defense of the citizens in a country like the United States of America.
What are the institutions supposed to say? What do you want them to say? The citizens have every right to assault your people and kill them if they say things that we don't like what they are.
Especially.
Yeah, no, he has directly, like, said that that the guts of right-wing people should be spilled. Like, I have lefty friends, I have righty friends. If anyone hurts any of them, they have a problem with me, and I will not fucking show them quarter. To be fair. And you don't want that, because I am a die-in-the-wool fucking, like, just use words bitch. I'm a fucking pedantic fucking shithead. I'm an old, stuck-in-my-fucking-ways autistic woman. I will bring you something you will hate. You do not want to hear me well, actually, for years on end, and I'm not being fucking kidding. I will be the most consistent and persistent fucking obation to everything you fucking dream of. If you think harm is appropriate, I will be your fucking biggest op with only my fucking with only my mind. And I'm not even doing it like fucking, like, Professor from X-Files. No, I don't need, like, weird fucking... When Angelica in Rugrats couldn't pronounce psychic, she kept saying psycho. I'm not even gonna do some wild shit. Not even gonna use my brain to binge shit. No, I'll just fucking make my entire life fucking whinging about it and speaking down on it and just consistently being the most grating, consistent fucking thorn in your side with nothing shy of just raw fucking how I feel about it. Like, if nothing else, look at how I feel about people who are, like, trying to include or preclude people from saying, like, slurs based upon the color of their skin. I think that those people are just as fucking harmful as the people they say they act against. Like, I don't like it. Like, if you were like, this person can or can't say the N-word because of the color of their skin, I think of you as just as fucking harmful as people who try to weaponize it. You're using prejudice to justify if someone can or can't include themselves. How about we just don't? If it relies on that shit analysis, why don't we just fucking don't? Just put it down. No one fucking needs that. Like, holy shit. But, alas, I will get into this fight. I've been yelling about this at, my elders and such since I was but a whippersnapper. I've held this belief long and true. I've argued and I've discussed it, and I've even begun ready to fight FD signifier on a similar fucking tip. Y'all, you don't see me wishing people harm or getting like high fee to the point where I'm like boop bada boop. I instead am just consistently grading. I'm trying to like find the most appropriate way to engage it, but I'm not finding fucking hate in my heart. And I'm the first to say that I don't want to engage it if I have hate in my heart. So that's all. I don't know. I think that's a very easy fucking low bar.
Okay? If institutions don't respond, if people don't respond, if they actually obey in
what are the people's about? If they obey?
Bans.
If they obey, are you literally telling your audience to break laws? Dude, he says that he gets taken out of context.
No, like if he's like demanding that if people don't obey, you'll consistently do things that give them a hard time, that is like levying terror as a no, it's like a tactic. Like I don't look at how like, okay, there's a lot of ways to analyze the phrase terrorism, right? My favorite is as a tactic, and tactics are just tactics. My ex accused me of this once, like because I told him not to put his nasty ass feet on my coffee table. Told me I was being a terrorist for it. To which I rebutted. It's a fucking tactic. And if that's, I then told him that I would fucking, he learned very quick that if you call me something that isn't fucking true, and I have enough in me for ire, if I can be angry about it and I don't think it's serious at all, oh, that's just me gonna make you into my new toy. I'll make you into my plaything. And that's what I did, because this motherfucker was like, I'm gonna put my feet on your table and then call you a fucking bad word for it. Bitch, get the fuck out. Like, that is like unforgivably fucking bullshit to me. So that man got like a degree of my fucking pedantic rage that not a many will get. Like, I've been called a lot of fucked up shit by people that think that they have some reason behind them. That's a lot fucking different than that motherfucker. That's a different fucking order. So anyways, the moral of the story is, don't put your feet on my coffee table. There is nothing I won't do. If you put your feet on my coffee table, I'll put my fucking boot on your neck. JK. I mean, actually, if you put your feet on my coffee table and you disrespect my house and you just, because if someone does it, I'll probably ask them to leave. If they fucking like consistently do it just to hurt me and make me a sad bitch, I mean, I might tell you to leave, and if you don't, maybe I will put a boot there. I don't know. I got some pretty boots. And, I don't know. Maybe. It's my coffee table. I'm the one that has to clean it. Take unfinished wood. I have to take care of it. I have to love it. It's treated with love now. But, like, motherfucker got me when it was brand new and still needed to be treated with love. Just because he was, like, salty. Decided to be a dickhead about it. It's my coffee table, bruh. It's one of the first bits of furniture I ever bought in my life. It's my first time I had like my career going for me. I'd worked really hard. I'd not bought anything frivolous. I'd finally one day got a fucking coffee table, and then I got a television and a couch. And I got them all on sale. So, and then my employers bought my desk and like my, chair and shit. Like, I just work hard. And so my employers I've been at have been like, they will budget for shit like that. So, I don't know. I'm just a hard-working little whiner. Don't mind me. Oh, I tried to charge first.
Every fucking video clip I see of him, he's telling his audience to commit acts of violence and vandalism.
Then, regardless of how weak they are,
framing it as that makes a change is like, regardless of the contemporary analysis of terror as like a fucking objective through like a specific thing. Like, when I talked to my ex, and this is just like a little petty analysis, don't worry, don't mind me. When I talked to my ex about this shit, because he was like accusing me of like evoking it because I told him to get his nasty ass feet off my coffee table, right? I just held the analysis of it's a tactic. If I have to levy fucking fear to make this man not put his feet on my coffee table, which upsets me, then I'll do it. Don't tell me I am something, I'll make you regret it. I'll make you regret me, is what I told this man. I had all the heat for him though. Like, he was fucking like, bro, he came into my house. Like, I had the kindness to give him he said, oh, you're the first gal to give me the fucking oral and make me go all the ways like that. And I'm like, okay, good. And you know what? I thought we were all good. Bro instead decides like, I'm gonna put my feet on your coffee table and bitch at you about it. Bro. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Nah. I will be kind to a fucking fault, even if it fucks my life up. my coffee table, gotta be kind of it too.
Fearful they are, they win.
Yeah, I know.
If
we're
you're
winning.
using fear to win, then you're
When they
doing a
get
horrible
victory,
thing.
Yeah, we're winning.
They do not stop.
Says the leftist. Says the leftist. Holy shit.
Like,
do you
fear
realize
to,
that...
No, fear to elicit change is the goal of the tactic of evoking terror. Like, I'm not trying to define it based on the current legal definition, because this changes nation by nation, year by year sometimes. But the consistent, like, fucking tactical step you can take, which is more all-encompassing than that, is to, like, elicit fear as a way to evoke change in a society or with an individual, right? Like, that's, like, a thing you do. It's a thing that my ex accused me of being on the coffee table, and whatever, fuck that man.
The right was so tolerant for so many years, all right? Look, man, you want to cross-dress in public? Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
That does sound like most right people I know.
We'll call you she, her. We don't want to fucking fight with you.
That does sound like most right people I've ever met.
Okay, we'll call you your thing. And then they're like, yeah, now we literally are allowed to castrate your children, and if you disagree, you're a fascist and we should kill you. All right, that's where it went.
That just emboldens them to dig deeper. This is how it fucking works.
Yeah.
They do not have enough confidence. They do not have the number.
He is coping so hard. He's going to jail. He's going to be in prison. Oh my God.
So I didn't know Nux was being super hyperbolic about that part.
There is a lot of discontent against this administration. They do not have the numbers.
Do not believe your eyes. I know the majority voted for them, but it's not true. It's not a majority.
They can't even get the fucking National Guard to be deployed everywhere.
Bro, that's crazy.
That's a weird bar.
Because there are legal loopholes and every fucking governor is fighting Trump from stopping criminals to get arrested? Because leftoids are pro-crime and they're trying to stop Trump from arresting criminals. What are we doing here?
They can't do that. And even if they were to do that, there is no guarantee of success because the National Guard is also comprised of your fucking neighbors.
Yeah, and they obey the law because they're good fucking people for the most part.
I mean, I obey the law, and I think that I'm like, I just don't like myself, so I don't know if I would just never call myself. I don't also dualism is kind of lame. I was gonna just make a dualism I don't like myself joke. Sorry, never mind. Sorry.
Unlike you and your ragtag band of terrorist supporting fucks.
We'll never escape dualism if you don't stop it.
There's no guarantee that those guys are going to be like, all right, well, we're loyal servants of fascism now.
Again, every single... So he is implying that every person in the military, in the police force, every single one of them that is obeying the rules, all right, every single one of them, all of them, is a fascist troop. He's basically saying that every single person in the government is a Nazi, and in my opinion, this is the ultimate endorsement of violence. He's playing the word games so that he could skip around, not actually saying it out loud, but obviously that's what he's saying.
These are the actions of a weak administration.
I catch a feeling from it.
These are not the actions.
I mean, because he's said things like, you know, he's directly called for death to landlords, because he's like, you know, directly called for rape and death upon sitting representatives. Like, it's very hard to give him much more charitable break than that, genuinely, because he's like directly asked for like the death of sitting members of representation, like as if they don't comply with him, which is again levying fear as a means to elicit change, which there's a tactical name for that. And again, like, I think tactics are like tactics. I don't really look at them as like a condemnation. I look at the rest of it as, but also the rest of it is him being kind of a fucking twat, to be fair. So
of a strong administration, if they were strong, they wouldn't
he's just not like
feel the need.
Like, I just think that he's like an agent provocateur, intentional or not, that is like hurting the left homies sometimes. Sometimes he might do things that some people like, but like in general, I just treat him for his choices. I don't let him use words to make me think of how he's gonna be outside of like, you know, he can say he's a leftist one day, or let's say he says he's a vegan one day, right? But all he does is like, you know, fucking start making people, let's say he acts like a vegan teacher or some shit and he says he's a vegan. I'm gonna call out how he's not reducing suffering and harm and how his actions are directly enabling it, much like I do her. Because to be fair, fuck that bitch. Like, I genuinely have nothing shy of fucking complete perplexed fucking guffaw look at her, because like she does some wild shit and it's just like, what the fuck, man?
To
arrest criminals?
stamp out any sort of discontent.
This is crazy. It's crazy that he's doing this. It's so weak of Trump to want to arrest criminals. Actually, he should stop arresting criminals. Didn't you know that following the law is fascism?
If they were strong, they wouldn't feel the need to try to put the fear of God in your hearts, in your minds, in your soul.
I wish you had the fear of God in your hearts and minds and souls.
To stop you, to make you think twice before you engage in any sort of anti-fascist action.
What the fuck does that mean, engage? Like, bro, you are telling your audience to commit acts of violence. It's so obvious.
Like, he has legitimately he is legitimately him, Noah Sampson, in Praise of Shadows person. Like, there's a lot of people who have directly called for harm. There's people that have normalized harm, like Miss Rogan, with veterans. Like, veterans can sometimes, if not oftentimes, be fucking like, what's the word? They disabuse. They'll go in thinking they can do all the good in the world and try to help, and then they may find out that, like, they don't get the help, or there is no help for them, or that the way they thought that help would come isn't going to. And, like, that's not, like, I'm not gonna be cruel to them for, like, listening and being told something and not feeling like it lines up with reality. That's like a thing we all go through. In some capacity. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna reach for it in a second. This phase is a little bit newer. There we go.
Before you engage in any sort of demonstration, because they are afraid. It is upon all of us to make sure that we don't stand down, okay? Today.
All right, so basically they're a terrorist movement, and it's very nice for me. All right, so Antifa is designated as a terrorist movement. I wanted to see how Fox describes it, because I think I did a pretty good job explaining how it's a ideology that's showing up. It's getting major funding. It's fucking attacking us. It's recruiting people. And it killed Charlie Kirk. It killed a good man. And the media is running defense for it by saying maybe he was a MAGA guy. We don't know the ideology. Maybe he was just mentally ill. So the media is running defense for terrorism in our nation. Literally, fuck them. This is the glorious timeline. All right, let's see what Fox News had to say about this.
Okay, lots of news to cover today. Some breaking news today coming out of the White House. President Trump on Wednesday saying that he's designating the left-wing anti-fascist Antifa movement as a terrorist organization.
W.
The president taking to social media.
Dude, it's so funny that they're so scared and they're like,
lucky.
no,
I got so lucky in this one.
Anti-fascist is fascist.
I
and
fumble,
literally the response
which is possible.
I don't
I got
care.
distracted.
Terrorist, communist, shitbag, go to jail, please, thanks. Dude, it's really funny. I actually think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny. If you're anti,
I was pushing so hard.
If you're anti-terrorism, then that must mean
I pushed so hard. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. It felt so good, bro. I was like fucking pushing this person into the shit and shamble. I let it go because of a moment of I lost focus in my left eye and I couldn't fucking track this thing and I didn't see the thing coming and I got nervous and I let it go. If I missed the eye thing once, would have been fine. If I kept calm and breathed through it, would have been fine. It's that I lost tracking of it, didn't calm down quickly, let myself get a bit erratic, got stuck in recovery animations, got pummeled. Goddamn, I'm so bad.
You're pro-terrorism.
Media saying, I am pleased to inform our many USA patriots that
I'm sorry,
they don't have a guy on Fox News
Give me a
that
sec.
reads
We're gonna go
his
to town
tweets
for a
in
sec.
his voice.
I am designating Antifa, a sick, dangerous, radical left disaster, as a major terrorist organization. I will also be strongly recommending that those funding Antifa be thoroughly investigated in accordance with the highest legal standards and practices. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Actually, not.
Hey, give me your attention to this matter.
No, hold on. I'm not going to town right away. Nope, I'm doing something else. You're gonna hate this. You know they've picked up nothing here. We're going here. We're going to the Immortal Wizard Fast. I'm gonna level my shit. I'm proud of you, and I believed in you, and I'm just proud to see you happy with yourself. Good job. How do you feel? Did you do something since you finished? Like, did you get water? Did you make sure you got a snack? Did you brush your teeth? What do you have to do? Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure it's in, and make sure you take care of yourself. I'm very fucking proud of you. Good fucking job. He's been having a generational fucking victory march around people still. He's being hyperbolic as fuck, and he concedes that. Let's see. The delineation for terror is based upon foreign influence of money, which Canada is Canada is being levied as the point of objectivity for how that's being assessed. By the way, that's what's happened here since. I'm gonna sneak up on this guy. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Oh my gosh. Lol. Here, we're gonna try to hold our fucking stir thing until we can counter with it explicitly. Ooh. Or we'll just do that. I don't know this deck anymore. That was very bad of me. Anywho's, like, so the attempt, like, sorry, the logic's been, like, I can see how it's happening, right? That's all. I can, like, I can follow the analysis, even if I'm, like, meh. Even if I'm just chilling, no matter what. Like, the analysis makes sense for how it was delivered. That's about all I got.
If you're gay, if you're fucking a tyranny. All right, that was rude. If you're gay, if you're retarded, we will kill you. No, I'm kidding. All right, that's too much.
Retired Marine Intelligence Officer and host of the Strap Podcast, Hal Kemper is here. Hal,
Trump said it. It wasn't me. Trump said it.
We don't have specifics at this hour. What questions do you have about the president's announcement?
You at least have to use AI Trump.
Really, the question I have is, how are they going to designate Antifa as a terrorist organization? One of the things about Antifa is, it is, as you said, a movement. It is a bunch of disparate
everyone tries this
individuals, small groups, if you will, that do actions under the banner of Antifa, which is short for anti-fascist, and they've been around for well over.
Dude, the word games are so annoying, bro. Do not fall for the trap. Okay.
Rest well. Have amazing dreams. Make sure you brush your teeth before bed. Take care of yourself. See, I'm glad I believed in you. I knew you got this. And to be honest, like, just also, even when they give us, like, difficult tasks, it teaches you self-advocacy. So, hell yeah. Get some fucking rest, take care of yourself, have a beautiful dream, and if you don't dream, have daydream tomorrow. It seems like you deserve it. Night, get out of here. Go take care of yourself. When this is over, we're gonna put on AI President's Let's Play. I'll give you the link to it if you want it, like, tomorrow or some shit. It's, like, kind of dope. It's kind of weird, but I kind of like it. There you go. I was watching it during the lame duck sessions because it was, like, weird, and there's, like, they're always doing lame duck type shit. They were passing shit once they're already fired. So I immediately began, like, loving AI President's Let's Play. It fucking worked.
Okay, fuck the word games.
For a decade or more, they've been, very active.
If it's a group of people that are lighting cars on fire and shit, and they're literally like down with Trump, he's a fascist, or they call him a Nazi, or they say that Republicans are fascists, anyone, honestly, that calls Republicans fascists are Antifa. Okay, literally, I'm so, like, tired of the annoying word games. They will use words to basically order.
All the nice Republican folks I know have, like, okay, one of my friends has, like, my fucking weird ass, my fucking happy dappy ace ass. They've got, like, multiple gay friends. They're just really chill. They just care about people. Like, yeah, that's the thing, is, like, you gotta also see that when you generalize people, there's been a generalized well been poisoned. Like, people are individuals and they hold complex beliefs. You'll never find a person that you can entirely presume everything with by presumption over what you think a group might do. And when that happens, sometimes you just get to abandon a fucking word.
They're drones to kill you, okay? That's why it's so unbelievably demoralizing. Because it's like, what do you mean? I'm just describing an ideology.
Up to you.
But the way they use the words is to literally get you killed. That's the crazy part here. They want you dead. They fucking want you dead. Let's see if I can find this. All right, this is Hassan Piker's uncle, Chank, who runs a leftist show.
These people aren't like fascists. They are fascists.
Yeah, no, his media coverage is what I've been most aware of recently. It's like, no, him getting, like, flack for this, I think he deserves flack for this. Like, I wouldn't let a fucking righty person call the lefty people as a group something foul, and I wouldn't let the lefty people call the righty people as a group something foul. And this man is doing that thing that I would not let anyone I love do. Like, because if I love someone, I'm not going to enable them doing, like, harmful shit, generalizations, etc. Because I would love them and demand that we, like, grow together, not apart. And I don't think if you love someone, you let someone, like, do this towards people or a group or anyone, because that's like not how you would want your loved ones treated. But maybe that's just me.
At this point, I don't want to hear any talk from Republicans about, oh no, guys, we just have simple disagreements. Well, you know, we think we should bust into people's houses, take their kids away from them.
Well, I mean, I think that I should be allowed to bust into people's houses if they are hoarding Barnum animal crackers away from me, and I should be able to like just saunter in the front door and like make a mess of things. And the moment they give me a lick of lip, I'm allowed to like, you know, just immediately declare multi-dimensional, multi-generational fucking blood feuds upon them until there's nothing left but fucking ash. Oh, it'll be so nice. Oh, the kid? This is Nux. This is that Nux Taku man. Like, I admit the well for him's been poisoned for me before. So I'm just kind of like, when people say they're in pain, I'm just returning to the, when folks say they're in pain, I listen. Bro said he's in pain. I listen. I listen to those when they say they're in pain, no matter who they are, in hopes that people treat my loved ones with the same regard if they say they're in pain. But he's a person who Mr. Hassan Piker has directly called a sex criminal as a means to like just invalidate him and to dissuade people from listening to him. Like Mr. Piker's called him a fascist and a pedophile. Not that he's done these things, but because Mr. Piker wishes to call him these things to discredit him and to enable people to just like lead with hate instead of consideration. Now, from my understanding, there's nothing to substantiate that he's done these things. Like, there's nothing to substantiate him doing sex crimes. Like, at all. From my understanding, if there is something, I've not yet to see it. Like, I see Mr. Piker admitting he went to a brothel, and I found, like, and we put this in our VOD a little bit ago, right? Hold on. One sec. Here, I can reference some shit with something in front of me. Hold on. I got this. So, like, I did accrue it here a bit ago, just in case I needed to, like, reference it. It's buried in this one. It's not buried. It's, like, actually, it's just right in here. Like, I cite everything when we do things. Like, I make sure we say we're not trying to bully people. We cover government in the shun sign. This man comes up in this video, too. His channel comes up here. If you want to support a person's content, it's not really the best to do. Like, okay, here's what I'm going to say. If you want to support someone's content and you like their content, don't, like, just go to the one video, like it, and leave. That hurts their attention. If you want to support someone's content, go to the channel, find something you would like to enjoy, and give it a whirl. Like, I think he's giving people a general, like, outside of trying to aggravate people right now, because he's going on his generational fucking, like, victory lap, he's generally been, like, quite reasonable towards everyone from my little cursory look up until you start shitting on people, and then it kind of falls apart. But did I do timestamps here? Oh, I did. There's a Hasanabi timestamp in this VOD in case you ever fucking wanted it. It's like right the fuck here. I can yip it out. Hold on. No, I got this. One sec. Copy link. The fuck? Wait, is this it? 1658? Is that how many seconds that is? Did my browser just die? Hey, my browser just took a shit. Hold on. Okay, fine. On in a brothel tab because I found substance to like, I need to suss this out more. But here is the state. So when Tectone says that Hassan was at a brothel that traffics children, yes, it actually is a brothel that might traffic children. If you take this reporting from this URL that I can give you, I guess, if it's a thing we're bringing up, I can paste it. I'm good at that. Okay, cool. I archived this one, and there's the archival link as well. Okay, in case you did want those. All right, cool. But like, so my point being, I'm going to say this once because I say it every day and I ought to. What one most often identifies or says of others is oftentimes true of themselves. If someone's going to keep calling someone a fascist and a pedo without consideration, let me rephrase that. What people most often identify in others is often true of themselves or their environment. So if he's going to say these things, I think it's either normalized to him to address people as this, which it is, or that it's something intrinsic to yourself, which I'm not saying that is the case. My point being, he's saying it about people. I think he's just too loose and fast and loose with it, and he's normalized to just prattling off. Cool beans, tight bananas, and cool shit. So, cool beans and tight bananas. Anywho's, I initially found this, but no, like this man is like, I started trying to be more cautious of like letting people poison wells and shit towards me. And this is one of the first videos of this man that I found. It's him like actually hitting this and like giving us some more shit. Again, it's around the whole legal mindset drama. So, you know, it's a whole like clusterfuck. Again, like we are supposed to play games with legal mindset one day. I'll just let people tell me if they're fucking up to my face. Like if they're fucking up, I'll hold that to them later. Like I'll let people try to do whatever as long as they're not fucking up. And if they say they're fucking up or they attest to fucking up or they try to enable fucking up, then I'll tell them they're fucking up.
You want it to be a fat guy.
It's this.
Like a fat guy.
It's at the end of it's the whole body of this. I know I only play the song at the end a lot, but the whole rest of it, there's a whole like chapter for Hassan. Like there's a whole chapter for him. There's a whole chapter for Substance. It's not the longest pod. We do longer stuff. There's like a little Wendigoon one. There's a bike cop one. There's stuff about sympathy and empathy. There's a little intro. I
like a fat guy.
This is why I think this man is doing scaffolding. I'm hitting you with the sissy hypno.
But there's a story, and a story kind of, you want a story to be shaped like a fat guy. I'm not drama farming here. You want it to have a really big butt and a really big belly, like a fat guy.
But he's a fucking soy ass
fat guy.
Y'all.
Welcome home. Welcome home.
Calling people soy.
I'm Andrew, a licensed
fat guy.
A licensed
soy ass nerd. I'm hitting you with the sissy hypno.
Be your own judge. Be your own judge. Be your own judge.
You guys don't fully understand because you're not like film people, but there's a story, and a story kind of, you want a story to be shaped like a fat guy.
I just made a fucking sissy hypno tie-in.
Raw, unfiltered commentary.
He comes off like
a fucking alleged pedo. I'm not drama farming here. I'm not trying to drama farm. I'm trying to continue to make the.
So it was alleged, but I couldn't find substance. And by the way, like I'm not saying I'm the best at looking or anything, but I was like awake for 8 hours straight plus 3 hours straight, however long that is. I can't count right now. That's like 11 hours. Streaming for 11 hours trying to suss into some shit. So if you want the whole thing, like, I mean, it's there. I am one of the archives of Alex Novell's video, because apparently you can't get that anymore. So I count as an archive. If you know someone who needs it for content, tell them to hit me up. I have most of the whole thing. But blah.
Because they love their kids and they were treating their kids well.
It's that like Mr. Piker has been calling him a sex criminal as a way to get people to just be rude to him without substance that I can find. And I'm kind of tired of, can I just bitch about something? As somebody who's been like aggressed many times in my life and assaulted by a grown ass woman who was 40 when I was like 15, I really hate when people misuse that to galvanize me. Because I get pissed the fuck off and I really do want revenge and I can't get it. So I get pissy. And I feel like it's really fucking petty to like know that people have been subjected to that and use it inappropriately to fucking like get someone to be angry at a villain for you, as opposed to use it as a point of analysis that is genuine. It really fucking upsets me. It is so fucking obnoxious. Because like I will never see fucking justice. I can't imagine how I would. And like I get pissy and I want to see people who do that shit fucking put through the fucking ringer of the court. And I don't know how I'm gonna get that. And it really fucking upsets me. And I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. And you know what? It feels like it would be a lot easier if people stopped taking the power away from that by using it when it's not appropriate, just because they want revenge or they want to like equivocate some shit or they want to be cruel. And Mr. Piker calls people a pedophile to be cruel. And I don't directly call that old woman that. I say what she did. And I think that's like a better way to approach it in general. But also, like I have to accept that it's galvanizing when he says it. And I probably get my spaghettis upset. And that's why. I'm sorry if that's a lot to take in. I apologize. I was kind of mad and I wasn't really thinking.
We should make the decisions for them about how to treat their kids. And then if they disagree with us, we should make sure they can't leave the state and then stuff them into prison. And in Idaho, life in prison. Life in prison for loving your children. No, Republicans are ugly, they're immoral, and they're fascist.
All right, well, I'm glad we're on the same page. If you're a guy that shows up squealing like a fucking sweaty pig, and you show up and you make up a...
All right, I said that as respectfully and seriously as I could. I'm about to be snide. I'm sorry. Never had a dude diddle me. Only fucking women.
Totally fake narrative, which is not happening in America, and then you use that to literally call all Republicans fascists. What you are doing is galvanizing.
Worst off, I don't think she calls herself a Republican or a liberal. I think she calls herself a lot of positive shit that isn't galvanizing.
Your audience to kill us. All right, that's what it is. That's what you're doing. All right, I'm not beating around the bush anymore. This isn't some sort of political, ideological label. You are telling your audience to kill us because that's what you do to fascists, right? You got to revolt against fascism. That's what you got to do. You can't just agree to disagree. He says it himself. He says it's not about agreements or disagreements.
Yeah. So like, I have heard a lot of people justify how you should just punch Nazis and shit, but like, that's not like what they are quite specifically when people tend to levy that analysis, right? They usually use that analysis when they usually use that delineation when the analysis is a lot more depthful and they're just being lazy about words. Much like how Mr. Piker might, it's not everyone, I'm sure, but though it does happen, and I'm pointing to the times where it does, right? Mr. Piker keeps calling people pedophiles and rapists when he wants revenge or he wants to poison an audience against them, and that's just like so frustrating. And so when I'm trying to, like, I'm becoming aware of Nuts Talk who's fucking shit. At the same time, I'm, like, noticing this, and I'm aware that Mr. Piker has directly used that shit against him as well. And so I'm like, when he gets very crass and he's really shitty, because Mr. Piker might have to go and speak to the fucking courts in Congress, I'm not, like, frustrated. Do I get like annoyed when anyone says like the R word, for instance? Yeah, fucking course I do. But I still love people that do it. I just like give them the same nag that I did in the same tepid tone I just did there. I'm like, well, my doctor called me that when I was little and it really fucking hurt. And so I'm not going to use that as an excuse to like attack people. And that's about all I say. And then I move. Because as a person who's actually impacted by it, I don't want people to be like
agreements anymore. So again, it's so fucking unreal that we need to do this and play the word games.
If you recall what was going on with the federal building up in Portland, Oregon, that was a lot of folks that were there protesting, doing damage to the building. All
right, so that's terrorism.
Stuff going on there. Did so under the Antifa banner. So my first question is, how are you going to do that? The other question too is, we don't have clear federal law on domestic terrorism. That's also been a big area of how do you define domestic terrorism versus terrorism per se. So this is saying, well, I'm designating them as a terrorist group, but I don't have a body of federal law which defines what a domestic terrorist group is as opposed to an international terrorist group. You know, he's already kind of gone out there and designated the cartels, the drug cartels, as terrorist groups, so they're narco-terrorists. But this one, I have to tell you that it's making a statement.
The reality is it's difficult. It's difficult to put into words in a way that they could talk to people.
Like, the tactic terrorism is a tactic. The delineation terrorist group is a delineation utilized to identify people in a system and structure. And that's why it's hard, I think, for people to articulate what it is because on one hand, like, guerrilla warfare was a tactic that allowed people to overthrow a lot of horrifying things in the past. However, those same tactics have been utilized to levy horrifying things against people, right? Like, it's always going to be contextual to when it happens and whom it happens for and why. But I think that it's like totally fine to have to whinge about it. And the fact that Mr. Trump is saying that it's going to be this way, I still think the courts have to step in. I'm not positive, but I'm very much under the interpretation that the courts still have to like look at this to some extent to see if they're going to support this. And I think that's totally fine for him to say something. I just don't think it's appropriate for the society we are in to find themselves fatigued to the point they are now throwing their hands up in inaction and refusal to engage appropriately. That's about it.
And how they're going to label it a terrorist group. But
then again, just for what it's worth, I've had access to therapy for 20 more years than iDubbbz has. And so again, like 10-year-old me was working on empathy for like 20 years more than IDubbbz has. So maybe that changes how I view things a little bit, because I've had like 20 years more practice at empathy than IDubbbz could ever have right now. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I think so.
Super fucking all for it.
For sure, and it probably will focus resources and investigative resources at looking at this stuff, and they do a lot of violence. They've done a lot of stuff over the many years, and they certainly rank as such as a violent extremist organization.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the lawyers are going to look at this and say, okay, how do you implement?
Yeah, that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to say that it's an ideology, it's not a movement.
I mean, so again, like, I might hold like beliefs that are very common amidst what I just think are people in general. But like, let's say that someone like starts saying this about veganism tomorrow. I don't care about the word I use to talk about what I do. I care about the outcomes that impact people. Like, I want people to be okay. I want non-human animals and humans to be fine. That's kind of all I fucking want. Like, I'm not gonna use that as a cudgel to be rude or crass or unkind or mean or malicious or fucking vile to people. No, I have other stuff for that. Like, am I invading them in Elden Ring, and are they being a fucking Kevin? If they're being a Kevin, that's all I need to be cruel, crass, and unkind to them in a video game. But that literally ends when the game is done, and I bow at them, and I'm grateful that I got to temper myself against them. So if you want me to be cruel, that's got to be like, that's how you get it.
It's not centralized. It doesn't have a leadership structure. Like, they're gonna try all the
and out certain certain bits do. Like, there are certain people that have established those structures. But like, I'm not gonna say it's everyone, because I'm aware that it's not. But I do think that it shouldn't be that hard, as a person who's willing to abandon the name of a thing to just like keep the fucking hard work going, even at the loss of like a unifying fucking thing. Like, solidarity can go fuck itself. I'm always alone pushing for what I think is okay anyway. I don't give a shit. I'll do what I can because I care. That's all I need in my heart. I don't see how like holding on to a soured name of a freedom movement that has had itself perverted by agent provocateurs benefits anyone. I see that as a thing that will soon disserve and underserve the people who are trying. Okay, fight now. Let's go. I had to go back and collect some stuff. I went to go collect old stuff so I could like just do completionism, and like I'm not beating that right now. I'm a little bit fatigued, I guess. So we're just doing this to like wind down and complete some stuff so I get something done, and I have like some happy dopaminergic reaction or some shit. I don't fucking know. Let me have my happy dopamines. Boopers. Oh. Besides, I'm trying to do it like a specific way. I'm allowed to like get away with like just charging myself with this, and then I can like guard. And sorry, I can guard by like while charging. So I'm kind of like chill with this. I'm having fun. I know. It's a break from like the monotonous fight that I've been in. But now I'm like in here, I'm like, I don't even know this man's moveset anymore. I don't even know if I ever knew it. So I'm just trying to read it the best I can, but like, holy shit in Godiva. Holy shit. Like, legit holy shit.
We can't play the game anymore. Like, there's obviously an issue. There's obviously an issue.
Something like this, because there's a lot of questions on them as an organization per se, and also a lot of questions on, can you have a domestic, even a violent domestic political movement, can you designate them as a terrorist group under the law, and then how that would be done?
The FBI has been prosecuting domestic terror for years. The Federal Bureau of Investigation has directly been investigating, prosecuting, and dealing with domestic terror for years. That's why the Ku Klux Klan, the violent offshoots of the Black Panthers, and other hate groups, like possibly the Black Hebrew Israelites, the hate group out of New York, for instance, that think that they are allowed to, for reasons of colorism and racialism, make people make them think of any, like, they just choose to look at people for their skin and make them kiss their shoes and threaten them, and it's disgusting, and no one should ever fucking, I can't imagine supporting that. So like, there's already been a mechanism to deal with domestic terror efforts this entire time. It's not like it's a new thing we're just getting. There has long been a system for how one deals with domestic terror efforts. This isn't new. When veganism got co-opted by terror groups before, Federal Bureau of Investigation dealt with it. When they were trying to detonate explosives in many a thing, FBI dealt with it. There's always been an outlet for that, is my point. It's not like a new thing. There's always been a method for the maintenance of how we maintain shit here, even when there's domestic terror groups. It's not new. That's always been the way. If you think it's new and you get galvanized and you get upset about it and you get erratic and you lose your patience and you get caught up in a flurry and you find yourself fatigued and exhausted, it's not new. It's been going on a long time. It's going to keep going on. Thankfully. That's one of the reasons I glaze the federal law enforcement so much, is because that's what they have done in a way that has kept me safe. And I'm sure other people here too, possibly. They intervene with domestic terror efforts. They've been doing that a long time. That's not new. That's going to keep happening. Hate groups, etc. Those trying to cause harm to their fellow citizen, their neighbor. That's not new. That has been long a thing they've done. Thankfully.
So, yeah, I got a lot of questions.
Let's expand on what Antifa is. There might be some viewers watching at home who don't track the news day to day quite like you and I do. Oh. Can you try and sum up what exactly the point of the group is?
Oh, absolutely. When you get into, first off, there's far left and far right groups, all right?
Yeah.
And then there's groups like, ISIS and Al-Qaeda.
And don't forget, there's people that have co-opted veganism to levy as a terror group, and it's been done domestically and internationally, and we also know this. As a vegan person, I'm going to keep bringing it up because that's another lens that isn't partisan that I can point to, and I can say how people that you would think I would align with have been perverted into doing something harmful, and maybe it breaks past the partisan alignment for someone out there and lets them remember that it's fine to not be fine. It's fine that it's not fine. It's not fine that it's happening, but we will be fine so long as we deal with it appropriately. That's all. That's it. I don't see its telegraph. I see some of them, like the big swipes are easy. Okay, some of them are easy. This boss was pretty easy to kill at the start though. Like, it's not like it was very hard. Actually, I should probably be firing my shit, like putting fire on it for more damage. Okay, I can see it a little bit. It's just kind of hard to see in there. There's so much fuzz! Not the movie Hot Fuzz. They're just very fuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a fucking bull bear? Fuzzy Wuzzy didn't care? Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bull bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy didn't care. Fuzzy Wuzzy did some shit, but Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bit of a bitch. Fuzzy Wuzzy. Oh my god. I'm dead? Holy shit, I'm almost dead. Holy fuck. I almost died. They're dead, right? Yes. Allies dead. I almost died. Holy fuck, I took them unseriously once and they almost clapped everything. They thunderclapped the cheeks of the earth so the reverberation could kill my teammate and I. Holy shit.
Which are Islamic extremist organizations.
There's been Christian terror organizations as well. There have been Islamic terror organizations. There have been vegan terror organizations. There have been left and right terror organizations. There have been separatist organizations. The FBI has already dealt with them. They will continue to do so. It is not new. The delineation will be passed. The courts will get a say in it. If it turns out that anyone's wrong, the courts will see it after it. But the process has to begin for it to be abated later by the courts if it's legal or illegal. So let's go.
There are sovereign citizens who are very violent.
I'm loving this person right now.
Violent extremists, and they kind of reject federal government as a whole on a variety of reasons. They reject state government, things like that. And then
Nux is standing in front of whoever's talking. Hey, Nux, in the event I upload this and you see it or Content ID brings you here, could you do what Asmund does and move yourself when you're blocking people, please? Thank you very much. I'm sure you'll get on that. Thank you very much. Have a lovely one. Bless the people.
You have Antifa, which is more on the far left cycle, anti-fascist. Some would say leaning more towards the socialist side, but they have been involved.
I don't know, man. I feel like a really easy way to do this, and a lot of people maybe won't want to go this far, but I really think we should. I think we need to start enforcing the Communist Enforcement Act of 1953. I think that it would literally solve so many problems. Like, so in America, we have freedom of speech. Now, the way communism works is violent. Communism is violent always, 100% of the time. There's no such thing as communism without violence, okay? People will tell you communism in practice is really nice, distribute the wealth equally. It's literally not reality, because the obvious example I always give is,
gonna play Peak for a little bit.
If we're supposed to split up the wealth between everybody, how do we convince Elon Musk from giving up his billions? How is that gonna happen? Like, dude, how is that gonna happen? Right? How are we gonna get the actual millionaires to give their money to the poor? All of it. How is this gonna happen? Through force. The answer is through force. That is the answer. So realistically, communism is violent inherently, and there's no way to actually practice communism without violence. And it also doesn't work. Even if you manage to succeed in violently doing it, it also is a failed system that will not work at all. So with all that in mind, I do believe that communism is inherently a violent system. Therefore, if you are a communist propaganda...
I was humming and you were gonna be stuck hearing it eventually, so I thought I would just bring you into it and drop you and just like kickstart, just like, you know, just like flashbang you away from what you were going through and just subject you to what my brain is doing. That would be fun.
I think you are advocating for violence, and it should be treated that way. And advocating for violence is not protected under freedom of speech, just like communism is not protected under freedom of speech, communist propaganda. And I do think we need to start enforcing that shit, because it's basically all of the far left socialist people. Like, that's kind of how that's gonna work. It's all the far left socialist people that are the fucking, trans-IFA movement. Like, they come hand in hand, because they want this revolution where they take all the rich people's money. So I really think we just need to start fucking enforcing the Communist Act. We gotta make McCarthy proud, baby.
With a number of protests, anything they interpret as fascism, but they seem to focus on a lot of federal law enforcement. It seems to be one of the things that they really kind of look at a lot. And so they've been...
they think all law enforcement is fascism, because they should be free to do whatever the fuck they want. But that's not how society works. Fuck off with your ideals. You terrorists now.
You'll see protests out there, and you'll see Antifa signs pop up, and with that you'll see vandalism and damage to property. Every once in a while you will see attacks on individuals. To my knowledge, they haven't been doing anything along the line of some of the other terrorist groups. For example, if you recall, Oklahoma City, that was those two. That was one with members was a sovereign citizen and anti-government extremist. Both of them were kind of anti-government extremists.
Whoever oh hey, he moved. Yo, Nux moved a little bit. Wait, I was looking at my game really intently and just listening. Has he moved a long time ago? Has he just been there the whole time? What? Is he just like in the middle of a bopping up and down animation? I think he's bouncing up and down. Also, VTubers are not simple people. Don't let them lie to you. They do complex fucking motion trackings. It's really it's a lot of cool shit going on technologically. When he says he's a simple man, don't let him deceive you. He works hard for this fucking like avatar shit. And he is worried that people will try to like threaten to kill him because, again, Mr. Piker's been accusing him of being a sex criminal without substance for a long fucking time. And he's not the only person. He's just one of the few people who like, you know, have a means to kind of protect him from like the violence that has been misappropriated by like really rude people. Sorry, I'm on the wrong scene, aren't I? Hold on. Nope, I wasn't. I was on the desktop earlier and I just moved it and I didn't see because my brain broke. My brain broke. It's okay. I've been like playing a game and I've been super cozy in it because I like hard combat games even if I don't do anything positive, and it's okay that I'm a failure. I'm just kind of like, I'm really chill that I've just been like kind of sitting into that one boss and just like, I want to be aggro with them and in their face and take every opening, and I'm not going to really feel comfortable beating them until I guess I could just kill them and come back, huh? You can replay them. But like my thought initially was like, I'll trivialize them. I'll just sit here and I'll trivialize them. Like, it's really fun to do that in like level 1 runs, and it's kind of influenced how I assess shit. I'm down to trivialize a single mob like it's a fucking cool boss, and I don't fucking know. It's really fun. I like doing it. Whatever.
They blew up the federal building back in 1995.
Oh, he did move consistently. What a good lad. See, hearing me through time and space as I whine and bitch and plead.
Damn right. See, that's just me being a fucking goober.
Okay, that was more of a far right thing. Okay, but now they would kind of fall in the same thing. They would also say we don't have a clear organization, so it's not the first time that a terrorist per se or somebody doing terrorism is.
And again, terror being a tactic, like it's not like I'm saying someone's like a foul person. I'm just like, you use this tactic, and they can at that point be like, yeah, I used that tactic. And if you use that tactic, I'm gonna say you used that tactic. Wait, can I buy more of these? I haven't paid attention. I want to buy more of the cool region over time items. There's probably a place to. I'm gonna learn where to get that. God damn it.
Not had a strong organization that they can point to that the government can go after. But this is more the far left side. They haven't been doing things along that line, but they have been doing a lot of property damage stuff, a lot of protests.
And when that is levied as a means to coerce or court change, that is that very same thing, right? Like, with love and respect to everyone in the round, like, in just the world as a whole, not even just here, right? Like, that, when my ex was like telling me that him taking his feet off my coffee table was me being a terrorist to him, what did I do? I was like, okay, if that tactic's what you want to accuse me of, I will frighten you into getting your feet off my coffee table, sir. Let's go. Bar for fucking bar, let's fucking go let's go till I drop. I don't give a shit. My coffee table, I don't want nasty feet grease on it. I don't give a shit. I will go through shit for that. Fuck it. See what happens. Put your nasty feet on my coffee table. Anybody's feet are nasty at that. Like, if I put my feet up on the table, I'm gonna tell you, I wrap my feet in a blanket. Like, I don't care if I'm wearing stockings and slippers. I'll take my slippers off. I'll wrap myself in a blanket. Like, your feet leach oil constantly. It's a human thing, you know? Just don't put your feet on my coffee table. I'll fight
disruptive. And I think what this does is kind of linking what happened in Utah with Charlie Kirk to the far left, and by extension saying that was Antifa, and it's an interesting connection. I haven't seen anything pop up in the evidence.
And like, even if okay, so I keep calling things hostile overcorrections regardless of who's doing it. Even if it is that, like, the benefit-ish is the courts will like have a fucking reason to suss through it. And there should be no greater thing than having the courts look up your asshole and see if they find it wanting or not. Because oftentimes they're going to stand on some bullshit that would support everyone anyway.
So far, that except for some of the stuff that he wrote on the ammunition, which
which was Catch Fascist, and the Bella Ciao, which is the Antifa song.
Which was.
I'm gonna keep making groups for like games we play, because I thought, here we go. I have a near group. I've got a Wolong group. We have our chat and show one. I've got the one for controlling the team. I've got this for doing my network management. I don't actually need this one. I've got one that I'm not really using for the STEM deck, and I have this like big generalized FromSoft one as well. I just want you to know that I do take this seriously, both the well-being of our fellow people on planet Fuckballs Earth, but also gaming. Both.
Anti-fascist
Definitely
slogan.
Both.
That could be interpreted as being anti-fascist, hence the term
Definitely
Antifa
both.
for anti-fascist. One could make a connection there, but I think
I'll probably think to upload this long-ass reaction as a VOD later.
I think that's pretty much where we are.
Like, just to be sure, and let's just check something. Yeah, I feel like taking taking an hour video and turning it into some god-awful, I talk too much, what the fuck is wrong with me? And turning it into, like, 3+ hours is kind of within the realm of giving... If you're watching this, like, Asmund says if you're watching him pause shit all the time, you're probably watching it for his opinion, not some, like... Why else would you watch some, like, bald dude that doesn't, like, some bald little foolish man do some shit? He says it differently. Fight me. I mean, honestly, why else would you watch some feral autistic woman if you don't want to hear her fucking, like, disambiguate some weird shit in front of you? I mean, like, bro, why else? If not, you want to hear, why else would you do it if you don't want to hear some broad be like, well, I mean, if I'm expected to have difficulty, like, acting right, why can't you if I act right? Why, that sounds great. Let's go.
With this, presidential decision, if you will, to designate them as such. And then again, the other question is, does Congress have to do something? Because when I go back to
We shall see.
5, 6, 7 years ago, there was congressional action to go after Antifa. And this is not the first time that President Trump has talked about designating Antifa as a terrorist organization. He talked about this back in 2020. And it appears that maybe whatever he did back then was undone on the Biden administration. So now he's having to go back and redo it. It's this is one for the lawyers. And certainly trying to prosecute Antifa as a terrorist organization or terrorist group, that will be an interesting
we'll see how that
courtroom
happens.
setting, because there's a lot of things that a judge would have to get clear on that.
Remind us.
Look, ultimately, it's going to be like a labeling issue, you know? It's going to be a labeling issue. They're going to have to figure out exactly how they could label it properly, how they could properly, like, categorize it. Ultimately, that's kind of where we're at. You know, judges, I know they want to kill us, but, you know, there are judges that aren't, like, they want you dead. So, I mean, obviously we have to see what they have to say. I mean, yeah, they also want to kill you, it's true, but, like, you know, we have to get their sign off.
What has happened to other groups that the White House has...
Like, dude, this is literally the fucking Trantifa bullshit we're dealing with. Gene commercial.
I think she just looks like a person. I don't know why everyone is like calling her hot or ugly. I think she just looks like a person. She's got pretty hair, and the jeans outfit's kind of cool, I guess. I'm not one to wear an all jean outfit, but I do wear overalls sometimes, so I guess that kind of counts. I don't know.
Oh god, literally a nightmare. White supremacy is so back. Assassinated, cheering, and like, dude, this is not something that we could make peace with. It's not something we could talk our way out of. Not something we could debate our way out of. We saw the last time someone tried to debate their way out of it. It did not go well. Like, so realistically, fuck, man, we'll figure it out, but it'll be great. Let him cry. And there's a reason why Hassan Piker's terrified, because he's Antifa. So it'll be great. Yeah, let's go.
...a terrorist organization.
I mean, there were reasons why he should have been taken to the Accord of Congress before this that predate it. So I say let him go to court. Let him deal with it. He'll be fine. He's a grown-ass man. I'm going to try something slightly different. Since you can respec infinitely, we're going to do it, actually. I'm kind of thinking that I want to do it a tighter split, but not until I have more points. When I have enough to support it, I'm thinking about going 15, 15, 15, or 15, 15, 10, 10, 10, 15, 15, 10, right? So like 1, 10, 15, 15, 10. But for now, I can't, so we'll do what we can. Do what we can. Anyways, I have to change some shit when I do this, I think, but let's see. Cannot be applied as to not be confirmed. Do you wish to proceed? No. Confirm? There you go. You can respec infinitely. There's no punishment to it. Just respec whenever you want.
Recent months?
The other group.
Like, I also liked in Guild Wars when you could respec as you wished. When is it? Okay, I gotta get off in like an hour-ish. I gotta shut the fuck up and let this man talk. Bless you.
Were drug cartels. And with those groups, and keep in mind, they're international or transnational. So they've been doing things such as with...
Don't transvestigate the country, like the national... What? Sorry.
Loads of drugs coming across the Caribbean. They have done direct strikes. They have done strike missions. Now, the question on Antifa would be, okay, if they're designated terrorists, could you do some sort of strike mission on them? And I think that would be...
And presumably, extrajudicial punishment, I'm also, like, considering is how that's going to be evoked or utilized, right? Like, we've already seen people getting renditioned. Like, I just wouldn't start yelling at people. Who do you even strike for it? Presumably they're looking at how there's a connection between the Canadian government's direct fucking action, as well as there are some people that have made power structures within it. So let's say that even if not everyone has made a power structure, those that have utilized it for some wonky shit. And now let's also say that this happens in other groups too, right? Like, not every vegan person is up with those like actual like eco-terrorist groups. But when they form within veganism and within veganism groups, you'll see those like identifiable trains of like communications and financial like investment as well. So let's say that there's like an agent provocateur levying Antifa as a means. Let's just say this for a moment, right? Levying it as a means to do something foul. And let's say that people aren't always down with it, but some people are. And it's just like, let's say it's like a cadre of even, let's just hypothetically toss out a bullshit number of 10 people, right? Well, those 10 people will show the structure. And if you have to like drag 1,000 people through the courts to find those 10, There's nothing wrong with that because the courts would exonerate them is the goal. It's if they get like renditioned or extrajudicial punishment that you now have to be concerned. But until those are evoked, you can just like relax and chill. So the direct line of funding from the Canadian government, that would be a consideration, who it goes to directly and how it's disseminated. Likely those with power in that structure would be the ones that go through that ringer. Also, loud people who talk about it a lot and won't shut up about it, and the people who keep saying they're that as a means to double down and be 10 toes down on some shit, likely the loud, proud, and obnoxious ones, as well as the ones who were fundamentally actually involved in like acts of harm and terror. Those would likely be the ones. And this is, again, as a vegan bitch, I'm used to eco-terrorists infiltrating veganism as a movement to like, you know, levy that. And they will try to detonate facilities, they will try to cause harm, they will threaten to kill people. It happens. And federal law enforcement has had a long, storied history of sussing out that. They've been getting rid of hate groups domestically for a long time. The Ku Klux Klan, the Black Panthers, they have dealt with the FBI, the sovereign citizens, the people who have tried to destroy roads as a means. If you look at UK, you'll see how the Say No to Oil folks have gotten like down from just protesting to like breaking public property and levying fear as a means to coerce and control people. You'll find the structures that directly contribute to that and you'll suss them out. The feds have been really good at this. Everyone saying it sounds new and how do we aren't paying minds to how they're not paying respect to the history we have, where federal law enforcement has been sussing out and removing domestic terror organizations for over, when was it? In the 40s, memory serves, was a large portion of it too. So that would have been over 80 years now, almost 80 years now. For almost as long as there has been strife and strife from Israel and Palestine, we've also had about as much time as the federal law enforcement in the States dealing with domestic terrorism. Just saying. So like, if you think that's a long time, that's how long the feds have also been doing their tangential other thing of dealing with the Ku Klux Klan, like hate groups that are using racialism and colorism in the States. They've seen it when people have tried to levy terror to stop prohibition. We're well accustomed to how this goes down. Those who know their history know and will never be concerned or question that part. Those who are not aware of their history might find themselves afraid right now. It's like basically like at that point when you're just like riling up people who are unaware, you're just trying to like kick the tree and see where the fucking see where the bees go. You need to like rile the hive to see where they go hide, or kick the wall to see where the cockroaches go, or to stomp around in the mush, in the muck, in the reeds to see where the mice go, right? Like that's just kick up a stir and see where people flee is a good tactic to make them compromise themselves emotionally and tactically, because they need to move, but if they move with haste, they're more likely to fuck up. So a multitude of things. It'll be multilateral and it'll happen. And my hope is the courts get them and they're not subjected to extrajudicial punishment. That's it. I do want the courts to get them. I do want them to be treated respectfully and appropriately. I do think that the courts are equipped to treat them respectfully, appropriately, and thoroughly. I don't think that extrajudicial punishment is okay. Oh well.
That's more difficult to justify because A, it would be on U.S. soil, and as far
again, the FBI has gone after the Klan, the Black Panthers. They've gone after sovereign citizens causing a muck. This man said it before. I've elaborated on it at length too. Like they're used to this. It happens a lot actually. The amount of times that people have tried to levy terror as a tactic domestically to coerce change and elicit it has been innumerable. And the amount of stomping on it has happened is pretty badass. You only ever think about the group of artists that law enforcement infiltrated and was suspecting them for blowing up a mall. Most of them didn't even want to do that. They just wanted to make art and just turned out. Well, yeah, but if you get into a car with someone that has a gun, and I'm not saying this is how they all went down, but I'm going to point this out, right? If you get into a car with a person that you know has a gun, or if you get into a car with a person who says they're going to rob a store, you don't know they have a gun, but they have a gun. You know you go down for murder, right? Like, you go away from murder if a person you're hanging out with, you go to rob a store, you don't know they're going to have a gun, you don't know they're going to shoot somebody. But if they shoot somebody, you go down for murder with them. That's like well established in our society. That's how it's gone the whole time. That's how it's going to keep going.
As far as I know, most of the Antifa members are U.S. citizens.
And I'm just a gamer though, and so for what it's worth, I'm just a gamer. I'm just a streamer, and I'm just a Twitch gamer, and I sometimes upload videos to YouTube. That is red flag number one. Red flag number one. She's also a Twitch streamer, and she's also a Twitch gamer, and she uploads videos to YouTube. Red flag number one.
And I'm sure that the courts would take a dim view.
Oh, I want this skill, Aqua Blink. Oh my gosh, it like lets me jolt forward in space and I want it so badly. I just respec to water from fire. Fire was nice because I could do fire weapon. We're gonna keep it moving.
Season on these fucking commies. Process or anything like that, just because of the political protest sort of thing. So that would be, one of those.
Hassan Piker looks out of his window on screen. Is that a drone?
Things. The other thing too is we've seen some stuff.
There's no weapon attunement spells for this. I just noticed that. That's like fine, but there's no weapon. Oh no, there is. Ice weapon. I already have it. Okay, sick. Sick. Thick fog that afflicts enemies in proximity, reduces targeting ability for a certain period of time. Don't need it. I really care about Aqua Blink. That seems nice. I don't really need to care about these. I'm just gonna sit on it. I don't need anything else I don't have. Let's go.
People have protested and they have said stuff in support of Hamas. Hamas is a drone.
And like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm aware that like federal law enforcement has at times done like they will like let you fucking do foul shit to yourself, right? Like they will put people in a place where like what's the word? They'll let people like set themselves up. They'll let people procure fake explosives and still charge them for real explosives. So like they're gonna give people enough rope to tie their arms up behind their backs. And some people may be caught in the crossfire. And that's why we hope for a strong judiciary that is kind, mindful, and complete. And I know a lot of really sweet judges, so I don't know.
Thank you.
I know a few at least, not a lot. I know some.
Finally! Holy shit! Dude, it's all of them. It's all of them. All of these terrorist supporting fucks. No interest in dealing with it anymore in America. There's no look, dude, if America designates something as a terrorist organization, and it passes through the government, which was elected by the people, if it's elected, if the elected people decide that this is a terrorist organization, if you're supporting a terrorist organization, literally get fucked. Get fucked. That's why we have a government. Fuck you.
Designated U.S. terrorist group. There have been some moves to link those protesting
for the record, Hamas is actually fascist.
Hamas against Israel as terrorists themselves. So far, that hasn't really worked out well, except for, of course, if they're not U.S. citizens.
Dude, I'll be real. Hamas attacking Israel on October 7th was the worst military decision I think ever made in the history of military.
And I appreciate Nux taking mind that terror is a tactic as well, and militaries evoke tactics at times. It's a little pedantic thing that I can't get away from.
Like a bit of a side tangent, but yeah, that was kind of fucked up.
They have been, as we have seen, they've been accelerated into being deported back to wherever they're from or somewhere overseas. So,
well, the cops and FBI will do like they might infiltrate it into a capacity where they're like present around, but nowadays they will neuter people and neuter the implements of harm to some extent. Like, I'm not saying they will constantly, because I don't fucking know all their fucking classified shit, but there's been good effort in law enforcement to have women who commit crimes aren't just hand-waved. More women are going to jail for sexually assaulting children than ever before. Police know that men can be abused, and they're no longer enabled to levy prejudice in such a way where they think that women can't do a thing and that they're just little pathetic beasts and that only men can be fucking violent. Because again, I've only had women beat the shit out of me and shit. Never had a dude fucking hurt me or do something horrible. And it's not to say that every man or woman does it. It's just that these things are intrinsic to people, not to aspects of people. These are things that happen in humanity. When we see it, we should root it out in ourselves and in others. And sometimes it goes on and stagnates and gets to the point where someone does something inappropriate to the masses, and that's just never fine. It's always a wishy-washy, because if you look depending on when you look historically, if you're looking at the 80s as well, especially, you're going to see different operations and modality. Remember, the federal law enforcement only in the last little bit of time has adapted their methodology to follow more in line with Kanban shit, which is a product of Toyota in Japan for engineering, but they've it's been done in computer engineering and sciences, and now it's happening in law enforcement as well. It's a way to rapidly iterate and improve when you identify faults in your organizational structure. And so they've been better at evoking this. So it also depends when we're looking in time, when we are assessing them. It's they're getting better, much as I'm getting better at my job, you're getting better at your jobs. We're all getting better at our collective studies as humans. We're doing what we can, and sometimes we fuck up, and we have to hope. At this point, though, I just hope for a good judiciary.
That has happened as well.
Get him out.
But
So first of all, if you are not an American citizen, by the way, that Mahmoud Khalil guy that Hassan Piker was fighting to defend for months, that dude's actually officially getting deported. Do love that. Love that W. Huge W. Fuck yes, absolutely. Love to hear it. So, in my opinion, if you are in the United States and you are not an American citizen, but you're here, but you're not an American citizen, if you support a United States designated terrorist organization, get the fuck out. I don't care if you have a visa, green card, papers, married. I literally don't care. Literally get the fuck out. You're in our country to destroy the West. You are in our nation to destroy Western civilization. Get the fuck out. If you are an American citizen, we need to figure shit out. We need to know what to do. But there is no reason why we should be extending our hand to people that want to destroy us. It makes so no sense.
I have a silly little joke for you. These little Barnums, they never extended a hand to support me or to enable me when I was devouring their sweet, delicious fucking shells. Sorry, I keep fucking up the white balance of my camera, but it's rectifying better today than it sometimes does, so hold on. There we go. Got it.
And for some reason, the leftists are so hell-bent on destroying ourselves that they open their arms to these people.
I mean, theoretically, take to the nth degree, you say they're terrorists, but you'd still have to show a clear and present danger in order to do some sort of direct action thing on these.
Yeah, again, I don't think anyone's endorsing drone strikes on college kids because they're protesting. I don't want that, but I do want them to go to jail. I want them to literally...
Courts. I want, if necessary, people to go to court and deal with what the fuck's going on. That's all I want. That's all I'm gonna ask for. That's all I'm gonna hope for. I want the courts to do as the courts do and ought to do. If someone is inappropriate in a way that puts them in a position where the courts may intervene, sure as fuck I want them to do it. That's about it for me, though.
Regret with their whole heart what they've done.
Then again, I wasn't when people were like, Mr. Netanyahu should go to jail, I'm like, he should go to court first, actually. There's a court that wants to see him, for instance. It's there's a skip we make when we say court but not jail. When we say jail but not court, right? No, they go to court first. Then they go to jail if the court deems it. That's how we gotta keep it going. Or else, if you don't, I'm concerned it'll happen to the people I love. And I do love many a people equally too, because I'm a fucking goober. I can't believe I put unseen form on my bar. That's a worse choice. Let's go to the bottom bar for now and do buffs.
To the point that other people won't want to do it. It turns out arresting criminals really stops crime.
They'd have to be engaged in something where you still have to follow the rules of force in terms of, or the escalation of the use of force in terms of whatever's done.
Yeah, so drone strikes, not likely. All right, not likely.
Force blow.
I actually do, however, support drone striking the college. If the college is fucking churning out the trans Tifa people, I actually do support.
I mean, can a drone with Barnum animal crackers, I don't fucking know, drop a bunch of fucking Barnums into my fucking gullet so I don't have to chew? Much like Trisha Paytas, I don't chew food either, so I mean, that's halfway there. Just if you put them in there, I'll just consume them whole. I don't need help. I will make those Barnums go bye-bye nums. I don't need a fucking thing for it. I will decimate some Barnums, bro. If y'all don't know my fucking story with Barnum animal crackers, holy shit. Y'all are being subjected to some fucking bullshit, bougie, whiny fucking bitch shit right the fuck now. Those motherfuckers are delicious. I like them. They're very nice.
Drone striking the college, they could drop flyers. You know how Israel does before they drone strike buildings? They drop flyers saying, hey, in 30 minutes we're drone striking, everyone leaves, and then that's what I want to see.
An analogous has been done already where they have said this group is being identified as a terror group, and thusly I presume that people that consistently identify with it without nuance or without cause will likely be considered similar to those who were disregarded pamphlets telling them to flee. Because telling people en masse that this thing is being pushed before the courts hit it is the closest you get civilly to pamphlets from the sky for this domestically. So I'm just gonna say, I love you all, as I always will, because you breathe, and that for me was always good enough.
I think it would be glorious. Yeah, it would be awesome. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed. I did. I love that we're labeling the people that want to kill us as terrorists, actually. I know it sounds pretty basic when you put it that way, and that's because it is. They want to kill us. Destroy them. Bye.
Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there.
It is catchy. The outro is catchy as fuck. I give him that. I gotta piss.